You're listening to an old episode of Metal Gear Mondays. To keep up with all of the new episodes, please check out patreon.com/Metal Gear Mondays.
This week on Metal Gear Mondays, the end is such a Graniny.
Don't call me a Graniny!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of Metal Gear Mondays, the Metal Gear Solid podcast where we cover all of the games, top to bottom, in and out, left to right, in chronological release order. As always, I am your host, Alessio Summerfield, and this week I am joined, as always, by Isaac Lim.
I've got my peanut butter M&Ms by my side.
I am joined by Samuel Wright.
I'm at peace because I'm living my life like wayward lad.
And we have a very special guest. This week we have the one, the only, Nikki Ziggy Stardust Booyakasha.
Nikki seeing the place to be, Booyakasha!
A.K.A. Nick Ziegler.
I don't have peanut butter M&Ms. Damn it.
Unfortunate.
I'm
Well,
so sorry.
we had Nick on the show. We're actually gonna
Yeah, we're parting ways
So
right
it's been
about now.
good. It's been good to talk to you.
Great episode. We'll talk to you later.
Watch my Bad Club. I'm sorry. Why is there this cane around my neck? Oh, being pulled off stage. Da-da-da-da-da.
So on that note, Nick, can you tell us a little bit about what it is that you do and what got you into Metal Gear Solid?
Well, what it is that I do is a lot different.
What do you do?
When do I do? Well, I do it all the time.
Who do? You do.
Hoodoo.
Voodoo.
Voodoo. You know what? You remind me of a man. Nobody's gonna pick up that one. Fuck.
Just leave it at that.
Just a bunch of dead air.
You remind me of man.
I couldn't
What,
hear you
man?
with the vacuum of silence that you created.
I should.
Anyway,
so
we digress.
Tell us about yourself.
Well, okay, so I am I'm gonna call myself the geekti.me. Wow, I'm so fucking used to just saying that. I'm gonna call myself the black sheep because I'm straddling the line between a content creator and a dedicated fan. Those of you that do not know, I make the Mad Bad Book Club, which is another Geek Time podcast. I'm one of the hosts. Thanks, Alessio. I appreciate it.
You're so nice. Dude.
Yeah, I do that. That's my podcast, but that's not why I'm here for now. I'm going to plug it hard at the end again. Anyway, but Metal Gear Solid is, Metal Gear Solid 3 specifically. I'm rambling at this point, so my thoughts won't seem connected for a while. Metal Gear Solid 3 is my first Metal Gear Solid game, which is, you know, it's kind of like, it's why I really wanted to jump on the chance to be on this podcast also. It was because it was my first Metal Gear Solid, and it's the one that I've completed the most. Not even Metal Gear Solid game, it's the video game, period, full stop, that I've completed the most out of any other video game. And that's my Metal Gear Solid 3 story thus far. I think that's all I gotta say about that.
So for this playthrough, you're playing on 3DS, right?
Hell yeah, son!
I'm just so interested to see on how some of this stuff, like, I'm sure we'll dedicate like a chunk of time to just talking about some of the differences, but like that just, I think I played like the first 10 minutes of the game on 3DS and I just wanted to vomit.
Yeah. I mean, I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
We'll have questions abound.
All right.
Can you tell us a little bit more about your podcast that you do? Just a quick elevator pitch. Like what kind of show is it? Why should people listen to it?
It's
Cue elevator music here.
Thank you, sir.
Cue the music that plays in Grunin's lab. when you first meet him. Anyway, well, Mad Bad Book Club, we were originally starting out as like a podcast that was going to read like bad fan fiction, but you know, we've sort of morphed into this blob of reading shit for you and making fun of it. Thus far, we've basically been reading through My Immortal, which is the best thing ever, and you should listen to the podcast or read it yourself, because it's the funniest fucking thing on the planet. But like, otherwise, me and Taco, one of the other hosts, have read Catfish Man, which is a 4chan green text story, and that episode was pretty okay. But yeah, I surround myself with food, because I've got my two other co-hosts, Taco, which is my bud, and Mango, which is some lesbian from Florida, and...
Nice.
Precursor.
Some lesbian from Florida. Jesus.
That's the necessary detail.
How did you meet Mango? Like, how did that come about?
That's a story for a different time, actually. Like, it's a really long one.
Okay. We'll talk about that later.
Mm-hmm.
Well, very nice.
We'll keep in touch.
Well, I am, needless to say, I'm a big fan of what you guys do with Mad Bad Book Club, and so
Absolutely.
I've definitely recommended it to other people, and I know some of the other folks who listen to this show already do listen to you guys, but if you are one of the few who don't, you should definitely check it out.
I really do appreciate that, too. Like, I really, really appreciate it. Like...
It's really good, dude. Because I wouldn't have put it on the network if I didn't think so.
Hey, man.
And as soon as Erica, who is Aaron DePasquale's wife, as soon as she saw you guys were reading My Immortal, she was in.
I've noticed she likes the Facebook posts that you guys put up on Geek Time, and I was like, oh hey.
Well, she's a very supportive person, and she likes all of them. But like, I can just tell she's like giving a special one to you guys.
Yeah. Extra special.
Awesome.
Well, sweet. So before we get super started in this episode, I did want to cover a couple things real quick. So first off, this episode is going to be covering Graniny Gorki Forest all the way through to the battle with the end. And as always, we do side ops, which are our off-week listener response-driven episodes. And so if anybody has anything to say about Graniny Gorki Lab, the battle with the fear, the battle with the end, particularly the battle with the end tends to be a very, very, very big thing that people want to discuss when discussing MGS3. So we want to hear from you guys. I mean, this is one of the most beloved games in the series, and yet after the first few episodes, we've noticed that listener responses have kind of dwindled a little bit. And so we just wanted to sort of do our due diligence. I know we've been kind of lackadaisical about mentioning it frequently, but if you guys want, originally we had the write-in deadline be this Saturday, which is the day that we're recording this. However, we're giving you guys an extra week. So if you guys want, take this time to write in via Facebook or the contact form after you listen to this episode. We would greatly appreciate it. If you've never written in before, we would love to hear from some new voices. And if you are somebody who frequently writes in, continue to do so, because we love to hear from you guys. So, and before that, I had a couple quick little amendments to previous episode number 32. So I have since been kind of playing on the Vita, which I did not do prior. And so a couple things kind of stood out to me in playing through some stuff. So the Vita does not have the D-pad sneaking that the console versions do. Instead, you hold the L trigger and you move with the joystick. And they've also done some other kind of cool things, sort of neat consolations to kind of translate the controls.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So a lot of things have been kind of streamlined, so you can actually do, like you can interrogate people with your knife by actually holding the touchpad on the back of the console with your finger.
Oh, that's really neat.
Like pressing against it and stuff like that. So there's some neat stuff. And likewise, too, I definitely noticed that Snake's health is kind of classic MGS1 style, where it gets more plentiful as the game progresses. So as you defeat bosses, your health bar gets larger.
Yeah, I noticed that, and they don't make a big deal out of it.
Yeah,
they just kind of say, "Here you go." Like they made, I think they kind of made a big deal out of it in one.
Mm-hmm.
Like they made
because you see it, you see it get bigger. But Not
Does
so much
it?
in this one.
I
Yeah.
guess I don't remember that much. Oh,
Yeah, so like you see, like Snake will even do like this weird hand gesture, kind of like adjusting his like. It almost looks like he's popping his collar or something. But then you'll see, but then you see the health bar like whoo in the top left when he does it.
Actually, yeah, I guess I remember that now. Huh.
Yeah, but in MGS3, like Sam said, they don't really. There's no pomp and circumstance. It's just you notice all of a sudden, like, wait a minute, I have a bigger health bar.
Yeah.
So I thought that was neat.
And health, because of like the stealth stuff and the stamina, health also isn't that big of a deal in this game.
I mean, it kind of
it's-
is in some of the boss fights that we talk about on this episode, because if you get shot
Yeah.
once, like that's half of your health.
Yeah.
But yeah. So and then other than that, the other note that I wanted to talk about is how the fuck did we miss on the first Operation Snake Eater episode when you go back to the starting point from the Virtuous mission? There are goats walking around. And I totally did not remember to mention that you can just fucking punch the goats and knock them out. And I don't know how we missed that. Like, it's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Well, I did that this
Fuck, now
go
let me
round,
start the
so
Like, spoiler alert,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
they're in the aren't they in the
They're in
ends
the-
arenas too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
They certainly
if,
are.
if you're hurting for some food and while you're fighting the ending, then you just go over to a goat and then start punching.
Yeah.
Punch it in the face.
Just punch
Got to
that-
punch a goat in
Yeah,
the
dude.
face.
I will say, whenever you kick a rabbit, it makes the most satisfying sound. It's
Does
just
it like
Oh,
squeak like squeak?
yeah.
no, it's like it sounds like you kicked a fucking tree trunk or something.
I think I'm thinking of a frog.
No, so I shot a rabbit so I could get it, and my roommate Nick was watching me play for a little bit, and I shot the rabbit, and it just kind of like did a weird like dramatic backflip when it died. And he goes, "Oh man,
Yeah, they kind
that
of
rabbit wasn't
crumple
doing
too.
nothing to you." Yeah, it's very sad.
Yeah, one of my notes.
If you like enjoy animals.
One of my notes
Oh.
for like the first area that we're about to cover is I shot a rabbit and got sad.
Yeah, dude.
Hashtag shot rabbit got sad.
Yeah, I just got like really upset. I was like, man.
Yeah.
No, it's dead
But-
now.
It also gives you something else other than the meat, obviously, but it gives you
Serum.
yeah,
Gives you serum.
Oh yeah.
which I thought was cool.
which is going to be important come Fears battle.
Yeah, no,
Well,
yeah.
I also had one other quick amendment. I was thinking about this. Do you guys think that maybe the boss shot Snake's drone with her gun in particular, so that there would be United States ammunition shot into it to kind of further solidify her defection?
Maybe that was like a symbolic thing.
Okay.
Like-
Because I was thinking about it, and like she specifically uses her gun, which is like a modified United States
Dick gun.
M16.
It's called the Patriot, dude, right? Isn't that what it's
Yeah,
called?
yeah. So to me, I don't know. It's kind of a big deal that she decided to shoot it herself as opposed to using like a Russian gun.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Just something that came to mind.
Yeah.
But yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and get us started. Cue first zone music here. This is for the Graniny Gorki Forest, which is where we left off.
My God, I tell you what. You ever heard about that game Trackmania?
No.
Yeah.
This game right now is Trap Mania. So much.
More trap than a new Diplo album.
Oh,
Yeah, it's pretty cool actually. Yeah, actually, I completely got caught off guard. So as soon as I entered this area, I threw on the thermal goggles.
yes.
Because I knew going into it, I was like, "Oh man, we're going to trap paradise." So I threw on the therm Gs and started just kind of wandering around based on the thermal scope, I guess. And 100% did not fucking realize that I'd walked into mud. And I was like, "That's weird. What's happening?" And then I turned off the thermal goggles, and I was like, "I am like chin deep in mud right now." So it was a bit of a nightmare, and I actually almost like got completely pulled under. But Yeah, so just watch your surroundings, guys.
Always be aware. Survive.
It's like a jungle sometimes. How I wonder how I keep them going under.
Wow.
Sometimes I make myself laugh a lot.
Yeah. Well, and likewise too, with the thermal goggles on, there are magazines and instant noodles scattered throughout, and those motherfuckers totally worked as bait with me because I'd be like, "Oh, what's that item over there?" And then I would walk and trigger a trap like a dumbass. So, Isaac, before I ask you what your first foray through Trap Mania was,
Yes, sir.
Um,
I totally just realized that we have overlooked
No, we
Sam's
didn't.
favorite section of the show.
No,
So Sam,
no.
If you segue us into
I think we're gonna be stumbling in the dark with Isaac Lim.
Somebody should write a fucking jingle. We needed it. We need a jingle.
get on it, fans. We need
Yeah, dude. Fuck, Hyperion, right? He's the musician.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
TJ.
Watt.
Get to it, dude.
He should call himself DJ Chocobo, because it's kind of like his name.
DJ Wark.
DJ! Anyway, let's get back to Isaac.
No, we don't have to.
No!
Hey, ask me another question. Ask me something else.
This is a staple.
Isaac, you
The
can't
fans
break
demand
it.
it.
Isaac, I'm a fan and I demand it.
The fan demands it.
All right, I'm gonna try my best, but the last time we recorded with MGM, it was like 3 weeks ago. So, here we go. You guys ready?
Yes.
All right.
Yes!
Yes,
I
senpai.
think the last time we were in a cave, and then
What happened in that cave?
we were blind,
Were we?
and then we could see, and then snakes, and then crocodiles.
Oh my. I heard there might have been bees. Were there bees?
No bees,
Not the
but
bees.
maybe bees. Oh gosh, I'm sinking, guys.
Was Freddy Krueger dead there?
Freddy Krueger dad?
Yeah, the pain.
What?
Krueger daddy?
Well, that this week on Metal Gear Mondays, Freddy Krueger and Candyman's illegitimate son. Something, I don't remember what.
So,
Krueger
in all,
Dad.
in all seriousness, though, guys, I'm gonna bring it down for you. We did a lot of things, and there was one thing in particular that stuck in my mind. Just wanted to tell you guys about that experience while I'm
What
here.
was
Okay.
the one thing?
Fighting with a tree frog in the water.
Tree frog battle.
Tree frog man.
Yeah, that's happening right now, actually. That's going to be happening later this episode.
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is he
We
tree
do-
frog
we do
man?
well, kind of. I don't know. He's a weird man. Well, cool. So that lackluster bumping in the dark with Isaac Lim.
Honestly,
ask
that
me
was
again,
pretty
ask me
quality,
again.
Isaac.
I'm just kidding.
Quality
No, I'm
Isaac.
just
No,
kidding.
we're gonna ask you every time.
That was some quality Isaac time. So I'd like to hear from you guys. What was your trap land all about? Mr. Nick, let's start off with you because I also want to ask you what the fuck this is like on a 3DS, especially stuff like this, like
Not
on
even a
tiny
goddamn
screen.
problem. Okay, so like I said, this is the game I've completed the most full stop. I know the layout of this area 100%, and like I just like have a beeline straight to the next area. There's like one of the trip lines or the trip wires that like knocks down one of the like I think it was like a spiked club thing on two ropes. And to get past that, usually I just kind of fucking dodge roll over it, and because you can do that. Any tripwire, if you do like Snake's, press attack button while he's running, he does like the big, somersault. you go straight over the tripwires and don't set them off. But yeah, I know where all of the traps are in that area, so, and I guess I'm like so determined to get to Graniny Gorki Lab that I don't even pay this area any second thought and just straight through it. Don't even dick around and get stuff.
Wait, so are you saying that you can dodge roll over the wire traps?
Yes.
And not even trigger them? Holy crap.
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing.
Exactly.
So
you can also crawl underneath them. Unless you were making fun of me just now, in which case...
No. I had no idea.
Because I feel like I reiterated that point like 5 times as I was talking.
No, you're fine. You were Nicholas Zeta Jones from that spy movie.
Oh
She's
no!
Dodging all the lasers.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Except
sweet.
for with tripwires and swing traps.
Yeah, except more woods and less Sean Connery.
Oh, the world needs more Sean Connery.
Especially in Metal Gear Solid.
That's actually true.
And you mean in Metal Gear Solid?
Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. So Isaac, what was it like for you, buddy?
Not terrible, surprisingly.
Oh wow!
I didn't get any traps. I did get the I read up on a little hot tip that you should use the thermal goggles, and that's what I did. So it was pretty easy, actually.
Nice. Sam, did you have such an easy time?
I didn't have trouble for most of it. I got caught in one trap, and I missed it somehow, but I ran over it, and I got caught in the snare trap where it pulls you up by your ankles.
Oh, yeah.
And all you have to do is press triangle to cut yourself down. But when he got like pulled up, it scared me, and I almost threw my controller because I wasn't expecting because I thought I was being so careful, and I was not.
Well, the snares kind of look like, to me, they look like snakes when you have the thermal goggles on. So.
Yeah, they do, and it's and as you know, I'm a big proponent of the thermal goggles. Thermal gobbles?
The
thermal goggles Mark 22.
Thermal goblins.
The thermal turkeys.
The Uma Thurmans?
Thermal turkeys.
The Uma thermal goggles.
Uma Thurmans, yep. Can we call them that from now on?
Yeah,
I had my Uma Thermals on.
We got those UTGs.
That sounds like an
I
STD.
got caught in the trap. Oh, gross. When you cut yourself down, Snake does like this weird like fancy flip, and he lands like on his feet, and he does like a superhero pose or something like that, and then stands up. It's pretty bonkers.
Dude, his upper body strength to like lift himself up to cut that rope is bananas. Like
He's a soldier. I mean, it's not
right.
that.
Thanks, dude.
Jeez, Alessio, fucking read a book.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Come in. Whoa.
That was so mean.
Come in here.
I'm so sorry. I
Put a
come
little
on your
shade on it right now, don't we?
I come on your podcast and I act like a cunt. I'm sorry. Oh, was that too bad? I'm sorry.
Whoa, dude.
My God, I'm a
Whoa,
mess
dude.
right now.
Should I say the N-word now?
It's only
Apparently Nick's coming on our podcast. I mean, at least have the fucking courtesy to bring a rag with you, dude. I'm sorry. My mind is just there because I'm still very audibly hearing the hotel room next door filled with sex right now. So
You should just like make sex sounds and make them
Hashtag.
uncomfortable.
no, it's like it just got really loud. So I apologize.
Just play a porno like as loud as you can by the wall.
What if that's what he's doing?
oh.
He's just like rattling the headboard and like blasting porno. He's like, it sounds like there's a podcast next door.
Oh no, I'm imagining this now.
Yeah, this is, I don't know. So I'm going to keep my focus laser sharp, and I'm going to ignore the moaning coming from the room next door. Yeah, so we move on to the Graniny Gorki Lab perimeter, which we are greeted by more dogs and electric fences, as from before. For me, my fucking gloves came off on this zone with the Vita because I just got sick and fucking tired of having to deal with everything. So I just pulled out that 1911 and started popping headshots on dogs, dude. Like
dude.
I don't even give a shit. Like lethal or non-lethal, those dogs died.
How many?
And,
there's only one, isn't there?
There's two, isn't there?
Yeah, there's two. There's one on each sort of corner of
Oh.
the area. So I killed one, and then I think I avoided the other one. But I just didn't want to chance it. And so I noticed right after I killed the one, I couldn't find the fucking entrance. I forgot you had to crawl to get in. And so I called people on the codec to figure out which way to get in again. And Paramedic and Snake have a really long conversation about Great Danes. And I thought it was really funny because she's talking about this dog and how awesome the Great Danes are and how like thoroughbred and perfect for this kind of stuff. And then they side table into this weird conversation where she's like, Snake, I know that all you're fucking thinking about is whether or not they taste good. And Snake's just like, mm-mm. And she's like, no, I know what you're thinking. And he's like, ugh. And it's just like this weird, like, snake as Cookie Monster, where it's like,
you sound when you made those noises, you sounded like you doing an impression of Isaac doing an impression of Snake.
What is that supposed to mean?
Because that's how you sound when you impersonate Snake.
It's just, I don't know, man. It's super funny, though, because it's like the whole implication was like, shut up, Snake, you just want to eat that dog. And by the end of it, he was just like, you're right. And it's just like, what the fuck? Like, does he just want to eat all living things? Like, what is happening?
That's his goal. That's his ultimate goal.
Yeah, it was really weird. And then also for me, this was the commencement of Operation Kill All Snakes. And so any snakes that I see, I will go out of my way to just fucking murder them.
I was like that, but like with food and ammo caches. My whole playthrough this time around. I had a Vendetta. I would seek them out and blow them right the fuck up. Made sure I had as much TNT on me as possible. I saw some food storage around, and then bada boom. And then I'd leave to come back just to hear the soldiers whine. Because, like, you're gone for like 5 minutes, and they're like, I'm so hungry. Fucking idiots. I hate them.
Oh my
just tummies rumbling as far as the eye can see.
Yeah.
I felt so bad on this part because I don't like the idea of killing dogs in video games, and if the game makes me, it makes me really sad. And I was hunting some snakes in the grass, and I killed it with the I killed it so I could have some food, and my cages were full. And then I went up and I forgot to change my gun back to the Mark 22, so I shot the dog.
Oh no!
It made this really sad sound, and then I hear that sound, and then he just disappears into thin air, and I'm like, no.
Did you pick it up?
Oh, not.
Well, I don't think you can.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I don't think it turns into food.
Nope.
I don't know. Alessio, does it?
No, it does not. So Snake
Okay.
does not get to fulfill his fantasy of eating this dog.
Man.
Probably for a reason.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up. The other thing that I was going to say is, whenever I was scrolling through the codec, this is whenever I remembered that there were actually secret codec frequencies that you can call that will play music, and some of them will play like fun fucking like beach punk, like do 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 like music and stuff like that. And what the music will actually do is like some of it's like soothing music that will like heal your stamina gauge, and then some of it is like health music, and I believe that you can play music to like kill any alert phases as well.
Yep.
What?
I thought that was like a frequency that you had to call, and you can only use it once. Because I actually kind of have a story about that for Inside the Lab.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I think there's an alert frequency that's separate from the music, but I know that the music has like bonus features.
You should tell me what that frequency is, because I need that.
I think I posted it in the show notes. So
good.
There's a link that I'm going to be posting in the show notes where you can see all the different frequencies.
Yay!
But,
Yay!
Yeah. So, so then we crawl like the snake that we are into the actual kind of inner courtyard of this lab. What was you guys' experience in the Graniny Gorki lab exterior (inside walls), which is the fucking worst name for a zone in Metal Gear history?
Where did you crawl into it?
There's one on either
On
side.
the left of the building, right?
Yeah, outer left, next to the bushes and stuff. There's like a little slit that almost looks like a vent opening, and you can just crawl right in. I couldn't get the door to work.
Yeah, because the door only
door-
opens from the inside. Or
The
so
door
I
is
thought.
locked. So if you lean on the door and knock on it, the guy says, "Just a minute," and then if you
really?
go hide, he opens the door and you can take him out.
Oh, that's
Oh.
interesting. I didn't know that. Fuck.
Yep. So that's how I got in.
Sam keeps talking about how he learned something new on every podcast, but I believe it was Sam who taught us this week.
The teacher becomes the teached.
'Twas beauty killed the beast.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I love that line just because of how bad it is. But yeah, so what was you...
It's even worse hearing Jack Black sing
Yeah.
in the remake.
'Twas. But yeah, what was it like for you guys? I mean, did you guys make a beeline for the lab, or did you fuck around in this zone? I believe that both, speaking on behalf of me and Nick, I know that we both went to the little shed and blew that motherfucker up.
Hell yeah.
but
I hashtag
what did you
sandbanned everyone in that courtyard.
The ammo shed? What shed?
Whatever the shed is on the interior, I can't remember. I think it was an ammo shed.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
There were only like 3 guards here or something like that. And I got to a point where I think I'm gonna use the tranquilizer from now on. I was blowing everybody up, but now I'm feeling a little gracious. So,
Why is that, Isaac?
Are they just it bends to your will at this particular time, or you?
well, no. Here's the
Oh
thing.
yes,
Too much blood on
I
your
feel kind.
I will
conscience-
let you live.
No, all right. So when I use the trank, for some reason I can get them in 1 or 2 shots. But whenever I use the M19, it always takes me like at least 3 shots to kill them.
You gotta pop him in the head, dude. Just one shot.
Yeah, I tried.
Well, it's like the Mark 22 is like sniper pistol anyway, so
Yeah,
Well,
seriously.
I think-
knock those fuckers off from across the
Yeah.
map.
Are they not dying when you hit them in the head? Because if you pop them in the forehead, they go like...
Well,
and just,
maybe
like,
I'm-
immediately go down.
Yeah, maybe I'm not hitting them accurately. I think I'm hitting them in the throat though, so that might be the issue at hand.
Maybe, pro tip: you can actually shoot them in the dick as well, and they die in one
Oh
hit.
shoot!
Oh my
They,
god.
they
that's
cross their
amazing.
legs and just go straight down.
Well, you guys
A
have
man's
convinced
power
me.
comes from his loins.
You guys have convinced me I'm going to become a murderer now. Back to my murderer state.
Isaac was feeling gracious
In
but
real life.
satiated his blood.
Yeah.
If you trank them in the crotch, do they go down instantly?
I don't know. I don't think.
I don't
so.
remember.
No, this guy's sleepy peepee.
He just gotta go sleepy beefy.
Their penis is just perma-flaccid.
Anyway, back to the story.
Sorry about that.
It's the opposite of the fear.
I actually did just kind of run around this area because I was able to trank the 3 guys pretty quickly, and then just explore a little bit.
Did you find the Karopi in the window?
I
Oh my
didn't.
God.
I gave up on that a long time ago. I was like, I'm not going to find all of these
So-
guys.
I just need to say something, and I said this to you before, but I have said they're called what they're called.
Keraton? I
And
know,
you still,
but they're
and you
Karopis.
still call them Karopis. You fucking scrub
Oh,
lord.
Karopis.
You little scrub lord calling them Karopis, not
Guys.
Keratons.
Guys. They're Yoshis. What are you talking about?
Oh, fuck.
So,
Do they actually change all of them to Yoshis in the 3DS?
Yeah, in the 3DS version, instead of little Yoshi, or instead of a little whatever the hell they are called, they're Yoshis. And if you shoot them, they make little Yoshi noises, and the guards are like, huh? It's like the preach kind of noise. I can't do Yoshi, but you know,
Oh, from
that
like
noise.
Mario World.
Yeah, they go like
that was pretty good. That was pretty
That
good.
was actually really good.
Thanks. I had practice.
What are the other differences?
Yosh.
What are the other differences besides obviously control stuff? I mean, are there any other sort of cosmetic or other differences like zone changes, or like is the content the same in the game?
Well, there's a lot of like little Nintendo Easter eggs. I'm struggling to think of some good ones off the top of my head. I think there's like maybe a poster or two that's been changed to be like a Nintendo. No, I'm thinking of Twin Snakes. God, yeah, I can't think of off the top of my head aside from the Yoshi thing. There's a lot of neat Easter eggs with the 3D, like how the 3D works. If you go into like first person aiming, the 3D shuts off because if you think about it, you're closing one eye to aim, so you're not seeing in 3D.
Ooh,
That's neat.
And
attention to detail.
Also the bridge in the beginning, like in the very beginning, it's like kind of worse on the 3DS version because it uses motion controls. Like you gotta like tilt the 3DS to stay upright.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's a bit shit, but it's just a bridge, and it's like it's weird because like they only ever use the tilt to stay stay up on the bridge, and then if you ever walk out on a tree branch, but then that mechanic is used nowhere else.
Huh.
Like tilting it all is not used any other time.
Actually, once you get the revolver later, if you like shake the 3DS, Snake will start doing gun tricks.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh yes. Is there a way to make him do that? We need to get on that. If there's
You
a way
can
to
do
make
it
him
with the
that
consoles. Yeah, I think you can use one of the thumbsticks to do it in the traditional
yes.
view, but I don't know what to do
Well-
once you enable the other thumbstick.
Well, rip Sam's playthrough.
Well, but you have to beat the game to get the revolver.
Do you really?
No, you get it after the escape later on. Spoiler alert.
Oh. Shut your ears.
Lied.
What escape?
There is an
That's all
escape. I'm so sorry.
It's the escape from New York.
Hey.
It's the escape
Also-
it's
also-
the escape from New Moscow.
Another Nintendo or another 3DS Easter egg. I made a point to write it down in my notes. Is that you know how there's that in the cutscene when you first meet Eva, you can go into first person and stare at her tits.
Oh yeah.
Usually the rest of the rest of the 3D in the game is like fall in 3D, so like it's depth. But as soon as you look at her tits, like the tits actually pop out of the screen at you. Yeah, it's kind of funny.
That's pretty good.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I just love the out of context so you know in the scene where you could look at her tits. It's just like you can't explain that to somebody even in context.
You mean
like,
you
yeah,
mean
so
every
we're-
Eva scene or Eva scene?
Yeah. So we were playing Metal Gear Solid 3 and there's a scene this female character named Ava and you could press the button and stare at her tits. That's not an okay sentence.
Also, her boobs pop out of the screen.
Yeah.
They just
that too. Like what that
Yep.
that sound. Just want to knock them around.
Oh my god.
like
Are you
smacking
quoting
anybody
H3
else.
at me?
This is crazy. All right, so back to the task at hand.
Okay.
So you can get the XM16E1 in the shed, as well as some AK ammo. There's also Claymore and some smoke Gs behind the lab, and there's some ammo underneath one of the tease trucks. And I call them tease trucks because you can't fucking get in the truck. It's already filled with boxes, which I thought was funny. But yeah, after that we just have to get on in the lab. And
Scoot.
Oh my god.
this is the debut
lab.
of Science Snake.
Hell yeah.
This is the debut of Science Riding for me.
Yeah, I didn't know
Take
that.
that stupid
Yeah.
mask off, dude.
Well, I thought the mask, like realizing that becomes something that occurs later in the game. I'm trying to tiptoe around what actually happens with that face. I thought that maybe putting it on would make the scientists less suspicious. No, fuckers are
Yeah.
still as dicky as before.
Well, you're just
even
as
if I was
much
Snake.
you're just as much of a stranger if you're Raiden than you are if you're Snake, because they're still like, who the fuck is this?
Except
Hey,
for
well,
you
they
don't
both-
have a bandana on when you had the riding mask. That was
That's
like
true.
when I first played through the game. That was like my rationale because like they figure like you walk around as fucking naked Snake with just like a lab coat on. They'd be like, "What's this grizzled ass scientist doing here?" I always figured, yeah, you need something to disguise your head too, and that's how I always did it until this most recent playthrough when I learned that you don't even need the riding mask.
Yeah.
And Isaac, close the ears on your brain for a
Wait.
second because I'm going to say a name. I'm going to say
Okay.
a name. Just close your ears for like 10 seconds. Just give me 10 seconds. But I figured like, oh yeah, no, they've seen Rykov. So I can just they'll be able to place it and be like, he seems like he should be here, and then it'll be okay. It wasn't okay.
I mean, it was, but like also not.
All right,
Yeah,
that's
for
10
sure.
seconds. Isaac, you there?
I haven't closed my ears yet, so it's
Oh,
okay.
No.
I'll make it.
Isaac.
I'll be okay,
Okay.
guys.
Well, yeah. So anyway, Science Snake outfit is the best.
It is the best.
Because of that goddamn turtleneck.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
you can also press triangle to push your glasses up like a nerd.
I did that so much.
Nick Frieda wanted us to talk about that.
Well, here we go.
Because Nicky Free.
Nikki
I'm gonna call him
Free in the place
Oh
to be.
man, that's way too close to my name.
No, I'll come up with a different.
We'll
I'll
be
come up with a
extra
different one.
confused.
I'm gonna come up with a different one by the end of
Fruyakasha.
the episode.
We'll call me
Free
Nick
Yakasha.
Reed, but like READ because my podcast is about reading.
Oh no! Then Nick Reed's gonna get even more confused.
Yeah, dude.
God bless it. No. Nick Frito wanted us to talk about that because I guess you can do that to convince the scientists that you're okay.
Oh, Nick Frito-Lay.
Yeah. No. No, that's too easy. We need.
Well, I don't know if it works though because I've tried the triangle, push my glasses up, and I'm a chill dude, and still had some pretty close calls. Close calls
Yeah,
with the
same
scientists.
here.
But they didn't.
Anyway.
Did they tip you off though?
Well, around the time that it happened, I was already being a little sloppy, and it was on my way out. And so,
Little sloppy boy.
so we'll get to that part. But let's just say that I left a room with like 10 sleeping people in it after that. Like it was insane.
Like,
it was
One-
like the scene from The Departed with the elevator,
Oh,
except
no.
it involved like a cigarette, a dud cigarette.
Yeah, I love that thing. I love going in first person, just going poof, and then they just fall over.
Yeah.
You mean a dig cigarette?
It's a dude. Like one
there-
thing
I
I
have-
kind of. Sam, go first.
No, I was gonna say that fucking cigarette. I got caught once, and it was after the scene we're gonna see shortly. And I ran, and I was just like, no, just like started knocking people out. Which another quick point, I hid under a table, and I love this game. My favorite part of this game so far has been crawling under this table that I clearly don't fit underneath all the way, but because I'm in first person, they can't see me. And I was just like spinning around, like kicking dudes with my legs. That's what would happen, and they just let it go.
Oh, because you become like a legless, limbless, like camera when you go under.
You just become you turn into ether, and then you just
Exactly.
exist in another plane.
You become Metal Gear Gas.
Yeah, you become gaseous snake.
Gas is snake.
Oh.
There he is. We found him.
But
Anyway,
Yeah.
Nick, what were you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say one thing I find that's like kind of a bummer about the whole like scientist spotting you is that like so the normal like guys that look like they're honestly they look like they're dressed as Nazis as they wander around the halls.
yeah, a little bit.
They do like they don't notice you.
Dude, hold on. The SS on their jacket stands for super smooth. Okay.
But they're the super smooth guards.
Yeah.
But they're not smooth enough to notice that you're not actually a scientist.
Yeah.
But like as soon as a scientist spots you and then pulls like the fire alarm or whatever he does, the guards immediately know it's you. Like I mean, yeah, pick the one guy that looks different out of the group, but like, and obviously it's for gameplay reasons. But it would have just been like cooler if maybe the scientists had to go tattle on you, like they had to go be like, "That's the guy."
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, all the scientists
very
are the
true,
same
like-
person, so
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
they just were like, "Oh wait, this guy might be the intruder." They
It's
just
just
start
so, like,
mowing
it's just
down
so
all the
weird.
other scientists just until they get the right one.
It's just so weird because like I took the approach of I'm gonna lightly move the analog stick to kind of like creep, and like Snake does it like hunched over like I'm sneaking thing,
Yeah,
and then
seriously.
they don't get suspicious, and then if you run around like a fucking idiot, they don't get suspicious either. I'm just like fuck it then. I'm just gonna do my thing, and they just don't give a fuck.
they do get real suspicious if you bump them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but-
don't bump them.
No, but if you bump them, you just kind of have to stand still and then wait for them to be like, "Hey, are you bad?" And then they go away.
I don't like guys who bump me. Wait a minute, you're wearing a lab coat. You're fine.
Get back to work.
Well, you
Well,
know,
I think
Isaac,
one of
I was
them
blown away that I didn't get caught because I ate several animals in the middle of the hallway,
In the middle of,
in
like,
front
hallways,
of guards. But anyway, I'm sorry, Isaac. Go ahead.
It's fine, Alessio.
Is this episode just gonna be called like the sad one?
Yes, they're all the sad ones.
That's called the beef.
The
This,
episode where everyone's mean to each other.
Anyway,
this episode's called the Mad Sad Metal Gear Club.
Nice.
Well done.
Isaac, speak some words.
Oh, okay.
How did this?
here's one word for
how
you:
this
paper.
paper.
What could it mean?
Like colloquialism for money?
Anyway, the one little comment I was going to say was one of the guards like smashed the door into my face, and I flew. So, and he was like, "Get out of my way!"
Oh my god, that happened.
I was like, well, "You did it to me." I almost wanted to punch him, but I controlled my anger there.
I held my tongue.
So that was my
This is a
little
police
statement.
state. Well, cool.
I had a question. Do the cigarettes, the fake cigarettes, do they work on guards throughout the rest of the game, or is it just in that little area?
They work throughout
always
the rest
work.
of the game.
Yeah.
Nice.
But we will get to that in a second. We'll let people know what cigarettes we're talking about.
Yes.
So on the first floor, there's a little library, and there is a swimsuit model poster, as we have come to expect from Konami.
Yep.
But I will say on the second floor lobby or library, because there are two sort of separate floors that you can kind of go to without having to enter through a new loading screen. In that library, there is an EGM issue on the table with Snake on the cover, which I thought was fun. And then also the two framed artwork pieces on the wall are actually 100% copied from Silent Hill 3. So they're actually Silent Hill artwork, which I thought was a neat callback, because Silent Hill 3 and MGS 3 came out roughly in the same year. Or in the same time. I'm not sure if it was the exact same year. But in the second floor, there is a men's room, which I don't know why there would be a ladies' room, and there's clearly not one. So only men allowed, apparently, in this building.
Well, this was Soviet Russia.
That's true. Women have to pee outside.
They did not have women in Soviet Russia.
That's true.
Nope.
Population tanked.
Well, they weren't
real
allowed.
fast.
Well, they weren't allowed to be important. I guess I should say
Yeah.
back in those times.
In buildings, no women in buildings.
Yep.
But which is actually what some of the Russian signs on the outside of the building say. If you can read Russian. No, I'm kidding.
No girls allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
One
This
of
is
them
our
says-
tree
one of them
for
says- Yeah, one of them says He-Man Woman Haters Club in Russian, which is pretty weird.
yeah, especially since it has like a little picture of alfalfa right above it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
In Russian.
yeah,
A picture of
Alfalfa in Russian.
yeah. But like, so all of the stall doors will open except for the one on the right, and so you have to punch the stall in. Did you see what I did there?
Oh, Jesus.
And
Bless you,
the
no.
old
That was
punch
a good
trick
one.
works. So if you thanks. So if you hit it a couple of times, it will fall outwards, and you can get what's inside. However, you have to be sure to not get hit, because you will get knocked the fuck down. And so inside there is actually the fly camo, and the fly camo makes you smell really bad, and so nobody will approach you because you smell like shit. And so no one will stab you because they don't want to get close to you. And likewise, too, flies will
Do they
start
run
to,
away if you run at
get
them?
around him. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they do run away if you run towards them.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So you're
Nice.
you're just real doo-doo boy if you wear it.
Real poopy Sammy.
Yeah. Also,
Hey.
you can. So on the second
I didn't
floor,
mean
you can go outside via a door, and there's like a little walkway, and there's a Choco Chip uniform, which doesn't do anything special. It's just for sort of desert and mountain stuff. But if you talk to Sigint on the codec, he will nickname it Choco Chip or Chocolate Chip, which I thought was funny. And there's also a book above the courtyard. I put book in giant quotes because it's definitely just a porn magazine. And can you guys answer this question for me? Because I couldn't really see it on the Vita, and I'm assuming Nick can't tell on the 3DS.
No.
But there's a framed picture in the stairwell that leads down to the basement, and I swear to God it's a picture of Metal Gear Rex. Can anybody confirm that?
I honestly wasn't paying attention close enough. The first time I saw that was in the scene, but we'll get to that. But I didn't see the picture you're talking about particularly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me neither.
I mean, it's a fairly like tight shot, so it's actually like a tight shot on the cockpit. So it kind of looks kind of like abstract art a little bit, but I swear to God, that's what it looked like to me.
Did you just laugh at the word cockpit, Sam?
No, I didn't. I laughed at the combination of the words "tight shot" on the cockpit.
It's a real tight cockpit you got there.
So I was hoping that would just slide, but you had to call me out on it.
I had to, and you made it better.
Kudos to you, Sam.
Good one. You're a winner. The
But
winner
yeah.
is you.
So did
Winrar.
everybody go down into the Graniny Gorki Lab B1 East, aka like the little jail block, or was that just
Is that the
me?
basement area?
So there's two basements. There's the east and west, which the world was divided into two when the world was split into two. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's the east and west, and they're blocked off by a door that you can't go through. So you have to actually go upstairs to get to the separate basements. But did anybody go into like the jail cell section, which is east basement?
I did. I think I did.
Did everybody?
I don't think so. I didn't
I don't
realize there was
think
a
I
second
did
way to
either.
get down there.
Did you get?
I didn't go down there previously.
Oh, okay. So Isaac and I had the pleasure of going down there. So there's not really anything down here. There's just like a little guard room, and I thought it was funny because the guard room actually has some more magazine covers. And so there's a PSM and a Game Pro, and then I think like an in-game magazine. But the PSM and the Game Pro has, I think, MGS2 and MGS3 Snake on each of the covers. And then there's just a bunch of jail cells. We've got a Keroton, Sam, and another model poster in there. And then there's just like some random ammo and shit like that. Is this the section that we'll get to it later? But is this the section where if you fuck up during the end, is this where you end up, or do you
Yeah.
end up closer?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's here.
Okay, so you can end up in this jail, and we will tell you guys how that happens once we get to it. But for now, there's not really anything down here. I will say I did get lost, and so I codec'd everybody because I couldn't remember how to get to the other basement entrance. And Zero totally was just like, "Hey, you're dressed like a scientist. Why don't you go ask the other scientists?" And I'm like, "What does that mean?" Like,
He is trying to set you up.
I know, dude. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, so for a second, I was like, can I walk up to them and ask them a question? Like, is there a dialogue system in the game that I forgot about? But I did not take his advice. And then,
Push up your cool guy glasses.
oh yeah.
Answer any question you have.
And then I realized, and I didn't realize this before, but when you call paramedic, she just gives you random trivia on the food that you've captured. And I thought it was really funny because I cycled through a couple of them, and when we got to the conversation about Calorie Mate, it was really funny because I thought it was going to be just like a total product placement thing, and it kind of is a little bit. Like they talk about what it is, but for the most part, it's just paramedic telling you how much of a fucking like Japanese culture geek she is. She's like, "Oh my god, I love Japan! I can't wait to go to Japan, Japan." And
So
that
you're
comment
saying that paramedic is a weeb?
oh, she's a little bit of a weeaboo.
Weeaboo.
She did that with the instant noodles too.
That's true.
Yep.
She was like,
We actually didn't we talk about that on the last mainline episode?
I don't recall.
Did-
It sounds familiar, but we may have.
with paramedic.
I mean, hell, Eva even weeps out over the instant noodles.
I think everybody weebs out over instant noodles. Let's be real. But yeah, so I don't know. I thought it was funny. And then Sigint just talks about literally everything we talked about on this podcast, which is Davy Crockett's and the boss's OG Cobra name, the Joy. Which I meant to ask you guys, does it come up ever again? Or does it just come up in some of this ancillary, trivial conversation stuff? Like, does she say that she's the Joy officially?
I mean, it comes up in that that fake cutscene.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, but like those aren't even in the game.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't recall it ever getting mentioned. She didn't bring it up like initially, but I forget if it was ever actually mentioned outside of stuff like that.
Okay. So when she was a part of the Cobra unit, she was not the boss. She was the Joy, since they all have emotion names.
Mm-hmm.
Except for the End, which is not an emotion. But that's okay.
Also, pain. Pain isn't an emotion.
That's true. So that's weird.
Man, go speak for yourself.
Hey, Johnny Cash would beg to differ.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. Not about him dying, just about that song.
The song.
Come on.
This is the end.
my verse.
Oh god.
So sad. It's so
Let's
sad.
all cry.
It's so sad.
Yeah, let's just leave.
Please.
Mad Sad Metal Gear
For once,
Book Club.
dude, for once, don't cue it here. You don't need to subject them to that kind of sadness right now.
Let's just have a big group cry.
cue just a audio clip of like someone crying, just like
The sorrow.
the sorrow.
He doesn't
Except for he doesn't cry.
I mean, he cries single
No,
tears of
well,
blood.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
He cries tears of blood running down his gothic face.
Oh yeah, he's got that Robert Smith blood.
He's got to make that gothic Metal Gear character.
Hell yeah, dude.
He'd be right at home in what I'm reading. Anyways.
Oh god. But yeah, so I was getting out of here because I realized shit, I'm not supposed to be here at all, and so I was backtracking. And as I was backtracking, in that main hallway, there are like you can get caught between two guards. So I had a guard behind me and a guard in front of me, both like looking at me, and I was like, "Fuck, this is where it happens. Like this is where I'm gonna get spotted." And right at that moment, a fucking spider bit Snake. So I freaked out because I was just like in this awkward situation. I was like, okay, I've got to get through this. And then all of a sudden, Snake like flinches, and then there was like the poison sound or whatever. And I was like, oh my god! Like I just jumped. I was like, what the fuck? And then I realized I was like, man, it was a snake. Or not a snake, a spider. And so I just like booked it out of there, and then immediately like cured myself in the hallway. But yeah, so I don't know. But in the end, I was just an idiot and completely forgot that you have to go through the interior kind of little courtyard to get to the door for the B1 West. So that is where we are going now, which is the Graniny Gorki Lab B1 West.
This fucking area kills me, man. Because I did a thing. So you go through and there's a locker in here where you can find these knockout cigarettes, and essentially you wear them and you press the action button and you blow a puff of poison
Sleepy
mist
smoke.
Sleepy smoke out of your mouth, and it just instantly knocks dudes out. So you can use it on guards, you can use it on scientists, you can use it on everybody.
Yeah, family, friends.
It's a hit at parties.
Bill Cosby invented it, actually.
Oh, jeez. Why?
Dude. Fuck you. I went into this room, and there's a room. It's like a computer, like office.
Randomly with like a dinner table in the middle?
No. This is a different one. It's a little bit further. I just really need to talk about.
Oh, you mean the one with all of the computers?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. There's a shit
And
ton
there
of
are two-
computers.
Yeah, there's two scientists in there, and I didn't know what to do. So one of them was sitting down, and the other one was just like pacing nervously. And as he sits down, I'm like, "Fuck, they're gonna see me." So I knock out the one, and the other guy stands up immediately. Is like, "Who are you?" And then sets off an alert, and I knock him out just in time, and the alert goes away. I'm like, "God, fucking damn it!"
Yeah,
Fucking
this
nerdy ass.
Well, this room was the bane of my existence because I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and jump ahead a little bit. I was coming out of the cutscene area, which is further in, and as I was backing out, because I literally just like as soon as I got the cigarette smoke stuff, I was like, oh, I completely forgot this was in the game. So not only do you get the cigarette spray, but you also get a knockout handkerchief, which is just like a handkerchief soaked in fucking what is it called? Chloroform?
Chloroform.
Yeah.
And I was like, huh. And so I just got the cigarette, and I was like, I honestly never really used the cigarette spray all that much. So I was like, I'm just going to go slap happy with this shit because I've got like 26 of them.
Literally.
So as soon as I got it, I just like put the first guard to sleep, put the second guard to sleep, and literally put everybody to sleep headed to the cutscene area. And then as I came back out of the cutscene area, I was like, oh, I'm sure everybody's still asleep. Well, they sure as fuck were not. And so I got spotted in that room that Sam got spotted in, but I put everybody to sleep, but it wasn't fast enough, and so a bunch of guards poured in, and I just mean like the ballistics shield guards, like everybody. And what I did
Was this your like 10 asleep dudes moment?
yeah, and so I was like, oh shit. So what I did was I stood in one of the cubicles. Like, I'm not even kidding. I stood in one of the cubicles. You can see me. Like, everyone can see me. But they didn't for some reason because I think it counted it as a wall, even though the top part of the wall is see-through. So I just stood there with like a leg in the hallway, like just like the worst. Like if this was hide and seek, I would have lost immediately. This is like what the parent, like how the parent hides so that the kid feels good during hide and seek. And so I'm just like full leg exposed, like half behind a wall, just like, I hope they don't see me. And there's like two dudes asleep at my feet, and every guard just like one by one goes, huh? Are you okay? And they walk over and I'm just like, go to sleep, bitch. And then the next one comes up and is like, are you okay? And I'm like, dude, seriously, go to bed. And then the next one, hey, why is everybody sleeping? And it falls asleep as well. And it's literally just a fucking conga line of people blacking out on top of each other. And then by the time I got out of there, the alert went away. And then when Snake goes over a body, you know how he like tiptoes? I just straight up like tiptoed for like a minute and a half, and I was like, "Oh,
On the way out of the
everybody's sleeping." It was the goose.
Yeah,
I got alerted in the exact same time in the exact same place. I was coming out of the cutscene, and I got caught in that room, and I just booked it, and I was like, "Oh no, and I went, and just like every 5 seconds, like I see a guy, and I managed to get upstairs. And I do it a couple more times, and then that's where my disembodied table story came in.
You just started sweep kicking the leg.
Yeah, dude.
I have about with like my vendetta against food rooms and stuff. I think in the building there was a mess hall or something like that, like
right.
a food storage.
Yeah.
And I blew it the fuck up. And so earlier on, I don't remember where, but I had CQC'd a guard and then interrogated them, and they gave me the codec to shut down an alert. And so that's basically where I used it. I blew up the thing, and everyone was like, "What the fuck was that?" And then I just like called it in, and it was like, actually, that explosion was some kittens. And then everyone just kind of fucked off and did their own thing.
Okay.
But like when you call that frequency, they said like, all right, moving to a new frequency, because like, you know, they don't want you to be able to shut down an alert every time. So it's like a one-time thing that you can call this frequency once and it will immediately shut down the alert. But yeah, that was that. So by the time I was leaving the cutscene area, I'm pretty sure I got spotted. So all I had to do was 1, 2, 3 combo punch everyone, and they'd all just pass the fuck out because they were hungry. And so that was just my escape. It was just kind of like I'd run around the hall. There was a guy standing there shooting me. I'd just like punch, and then he'd fall asleep, and then just move on to the next guy, and then just keep going.
God bless.
That's awesome.
God bless blowing up those places. Isaac, did you have any trouble with the science guys?
Yes, I did actually.
Isaac just fucking pulled a knife out and murdered them.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Look, I like science, as you know. I like to keep.
Isaac is a man of.
He's a man of
science.
scholarly pursuits.
I like to keep, the science going at a steady rate.
Shut down the science. That's what Isaac says.
So I tried the 6 spray on them, right? So I get the first one, and the second guy is like, "What?" And he didn't even run to the alarm. There's an alarm, whatever, on the wall.
He just thought it was cool as shit. He was like, "What?
Well, no,
have one of those?"
he does. I don't even know what he does, but the alert gets triggered for somehow. And so I quickly knock him out, and then I run to the next room that triggers the cutscene. But it was like, oh, you got to wait till your alert's over before you can go into this room. And so I had to like sit there, and the guards came pouring in, and the ones with the shields came in. I was like, oh, this is not good. But I think I shot him with my M19, so that was that.
You put him down? You put them all down?
6 feet under, Alessio.
Imagine what that would be like for Grannin outside.
Yeah, he's like, what
You
the
just
fuck
hear
is
like
happening?
a bunch of men shouting and people dying, and then you come in and he's like, "Oh, have a drink with me."
No, I like.
He's probably cranking his music he couldn't hear.
I jangle the
dude, it's
door,
elevator music,
and he's like, "Go away!" And I'm like, "All right, so I'll just shoot these guards." And he's like, "Who was that? Go away!" So that was my really bad impersonation of Grannin.
Yeah,
Guys,
no,
I've got
very
a sore
much so.
throat right
That's
now.
okay.
I don't know if you could tell. So ask me again next time, and I'll do a good one for you.
I'm just gonna cue the actual sound clip when Isaac's doing his impersonation. And we're
Thank
like,
you.
Whoa, that's amazing.
That's
So
spot
real.
on.
wow, Isaac, I cannot believe you are great.
Are you Russian for
That was the
real?
weirdest way I could have said that.
That was actually how I got caught in that room. Was I was coming out from the cutscene, and I walked through the other door, and as soon as I walked through the door, the scientist was standing like, "Hey!" I was like, "God damn it!" And he was so close to the alarm that it just went off. I was like, "Fuck!" So I had to do that.
And then everyone died.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, cool. So I guess the moral of the story here is don't spot Snake unless you want to kill everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But, well, cool. So we entered this cutscene with a fella named Graniny. And he has a very long first and middle name, but I did not write it down.
Alexander Leninovich something,
Yeah.
Granin or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that
Leonovich?
sounds right.
Yeah, but the music that we hear in the background is actually, it's called in the soundtrack Old Metal Gear Solid theme. And it's like an acoustic
it
guitar version of the MGS, like. We actually played it on a side op, I think last week or the week before.
In my notes, I literally just says music in Grunin's room is elevator version of MGS theme.
Yeah, it's
So.
pretty great. Also, if you have been listening to the mini episodes that we did early in the show, Jehuti from Zone of the Enders 1 is in the
Yes.
background as like a model. And later, I believe we do get access to be able to explore Granin's room. I don't think so, though. But there's a way to...
I think you can look at it in first person,
Yeah.
like during his
that's
talks.
Right. That's right. And likewise, too, I think on the PS3 it might be clicking in an analog stick, but on the Vita, you can actually just put your finger on the screen during a cutscene, and it'll zoom in to stuff.
Man.
I think in the 3DS you just press X and it zooms in a fixed amount, so kind of lame, but whatever.
And also on top of Jehuti in the background, there's actually a picture of Granin and... Is that Huey Emmerich? It looks just like
Looks like him.
Otacon's dad. So, just to fast forward
I
a
don't
little
know.
bit.
We don't know who Huey is yet.
We don't, but I will say this. They're both standing up, and it looks as if they are standing up at normal height. And so this might be a picture of Huey before he loses his legs.
We
Is
don't
he-
know
so-
Huey the Huey.
Huey the Huey?
Yep.
Huey the Huey.
But
I was proud of that one.
The one question I will ask about Peace Walker is Huey is in the wheelchair, like,
in the whole game.
From the beginning?
Yeah.
okay.
So, but yeah, so it looks like Huey is here because Granin also makes reference within his dialogue that he is actually going to be giving his plans for what he thinks is better than Shagohod to his American contact. And so we have reason to believe, obviously because his plans are of a Metal Gear, that the American he's referring to is Otacon's dad, otherwise known as Huey Emmerich. Who has actually been mentioned in previous Metal Gears, but not by name.
Yep.
But yeah, so anyway, so Granin, for everybody, just to let you know, is another scientist, another Russian scientist who was actually working alongside Sokolov, and they both had sort of differing ideas for weapons platforms for the Russians.
Tank doesn't need rocket.
Yeah.
Tank needs
don't-
legs.
He doesn't talk like that. He speaks perfect English. He's just got an
it's
accent.
perfect. I'm projecting.
Well, his
because I
accent,
think he should have
his
that.
accent.
Tank does not need
sucks.
rocket.
Well, I thought he had like an excellent accent until I realized that the voice actor was actually like slipping in and out of the accent, which cracked me up. Like,
The voice actor might have been drunk like Granin. Speaking of tanks, Granin was tanked.
yeah, dude, he's just like cranked up in this. He's like all turned up in this cutscene, and I swear to God, he's just like, he goes from like, I represent struggle of world to like immediately being like, but seriously, dog, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like in the same sentence.
It's like the whole time he's supposed to be drunk, but he gets really like, I don't know, very
Lucid.
what's the word I'm looking for? Something. You know what I mean.
Sober.
Of course you do. Yeah, like sober and very, with his words after a while.
Yeah.
But like, can we make an aside? It's also in Alessio's notes. It's about Granin's accent, actually. Why?
Yeah.
Why does he have an accent? It doesn't make any sense that he would have an accent.
Yeah. Like literally
It's for our-
everybody else has no accent.
It's for our decidedly American sensibilities, except it's not consistent with anything else in the game.
That's
Like, I kind of like, I would at least think that like Sokolov having a British accent was like, maybe he was British before he moved to Russia, so he has like sort of a British Russian accent, and then like but then like all the guards have regular like American accents, so
Like
I'm assuming
perfect
that
American
just
accents.
yeah, so I assume that just means they're speaking fluent Russian within the game's universe. But then that leaves us with Granin, who's got a Russian accent, which, I mean, there's one of two things. He's either
Maybe
speaking...
he was Russian before he went to Russia.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say, maybe he's speaking English to Snake for no reason, or that man is so Russian that even in his own language, he has an accent.
I like that one. No, I almost think maybe his English is so poor that, or I guess his. Yeah. So what you're saying? Sorry, my response is stupid. I remembered what.
I like the idea that he's speaking English to Snake because he knows Snake is an intruder. So maybe he just knows to speak English to him because he doesn't think the intruder would know Russian.
That's a good point.
That's actually okay. Maybe that is a good point.
I will buy into that. That is what my head came.
And that's why he's kind of slipping in and out of it because he's just bad at English.
He's going into Russian every so often. Like he's
that would have been cool.
He's speaking Russian.
I think that would have been cool.
I think we're giving the voice actor too much credit, but I'm going to go ahead and accept that.
Yeah. The other thing is, so essentially to let you know why he's drinking himself stupid. So him and Sokolov were working together. I'm assuming that they were working together for the previous Russian folks that were dispatched that Volgin fired the rocket at. You know what I mean? You know how Volgin's men kind of came in and swept up like another unit? I'm assuming that Granin and Sokolov were working together at this facility for the originally stationed unit. And that once Volgin took over, they essentially just said, "What are you guys working on?" Sokolov said his idea, Granin said his idea, and Volgin's like, "Okay, we're going with the whole Shagohod thing and not your stupid bullshit." Essentially, he's drinking himself stupid because he has said that Sokolov's idea is stupid and isn't great, which is where the line, "Why the fuck would you, like, why strap a jet engine to a tank?" comes from. And what ends up happening, how he reveals what he's working on, is at first he pulls out some plans and starts talking about it, and it's 100% blueprints for Metal Gear Rex, which really cracks me up.
Yes.
And then secondly, we get to hear Snake say the line that he says in every game, which is Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Can I do it?
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Metal Gear.
That's good. I like
There we
it.
go.
That was really
I'm
good.
proud of myself.
I like
But immediately after that, one of my favorite moments in the entire game is Granin going, "Do you know what makes this stand apart?" And Snake's like, "What?" And Granin just goes, "Look at these," and motions down. And Snake goes, "Those are nice shoes."
Yeah.
And Granin's like, "No, I meant my legs." But like the back and forth was wonderful. Like, it's really good.
Nice shoes.
Yeah.
No, legs.
Close.
My legs are up here, buddy.
My legs are up here, buddy.
But we also learn about the Philosopher's Legacy, which I believe is the first time it's really talked about a whole lot. And it's super important because we hear about how Volgin's dad essentially was the broker for the philosophers. And that's really all we know, and that Volgin inherited his funding from his father, who stole the money from the philosophers. And that's it. That's all we get for now. But Granin comes up with this cockamamie plan to send us back through the forest that we came, to go back into the warehouse, and travel through the mountains through a door that was previously locked. And so Granin...
He gives us a key card and tells us about how we have to go to Groznygrad to get Sokolov. Mm-hmm. And essentially he's like, "I'm going to give you these things because you complimented my shoes."
Yeah.
I'm just, "Yeah, sure, dude. Betray your people in exchange for a shoe."
Absolutely. Which cracks me up
his
because
wife gave it
he
to
goes
him.
through this whole fucking thing about how he will not defect like Sokolov. But apparently he's totally okay with tipping off an American mass murderer with how to get to where he needs to go to kill more people.
Skulls for the Skull Throne, America.
Yeah. It's pretty great. So
Like
To capitalism.
Wait, before are we moving on from Grunin?
Not really. I mean, I have one more quick story for right after the cutscene, which you guys see in the notes, but go for it.
So his explanation behind the Metal Gear name makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, doesn't he compare it to like the missing link between man?
Yeah,
and
like
monkey?
I'm gonna see how well I can get it like within a Russian with like a Grunin accent. So he's like, are you familiar with the theory of the missing link between humans and apes? Well, this magnificent Metal Gear will be the missing link between infantry and artillery. Or no. He says this will be the missing link between infantry and artillery. A sort of Metal Gear, if you will. Like, what?
Like we're supposed to make the connection. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Well, like,
Whatever the hell a Metal Gear means.
It's a metal gear that you put in the middle of the machine and the cogs start spinning.
What about the wooden gears that we've been using for centuries?
And what
Fuck
about
the
the whole
wooden gear.
people bit?
Metal lasts longer.
Yeah, where's the people part of that?
People gear.
He's like fleshy gear.
Gross.
Skin
I'm spinning
gear.
myself around in the cure menu right now because I need to throw up.
But yeah, so right after the... Oh, go ahead, Isaac.
I've just got a couple asides. Did y'all notice on the behind his desk there's like a figure? It looks like it might be a Metal Gear, but I don't know. I don't know if you guys.
Oh, that's Jehuti from Zone of the Enders.
Oh,
I thought it was straight up Metal Gear Ray.
Oh,
well, no. There's a
There-
Metal
yes,
Gear
I'm
Ray
pretty
on his
sure-
bookshelf, I think.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
the
yeah,
figure
yeah.
behind him when he sits down is Jehuti from Zone of the Enders.
It's like standing
It's
up.
the- Yeah, it's the orbital frame, like essentially what you play as for the course of the game.
okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's really
It
cool.
looks like a fancy robot.
Yeah,
I
fancy robot.
think there's also a Shagohod model in the room somewhere, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
There probably
It's
would
something
be.
to stare at and then get mad
Yeah.
when he needs to pump himself up for a long day of being drunk in a lab.
Yeah, he built a little tiny model so he could look at it and just like pee on it and smack it around, and laugh at it.
Yeah, dude.
Oh
Look at
man!
this stupid piece of crap.
And then
It's the missing link between my piss and this ground.
oh man!
Oh,
So,
my God.
and the other thing I was gonna say was like, as Snake is trying to leave, he's trying to run out the door, and Gronin's like, "Wait, you're trying to get to Groznygrad? That place is impenetrable." And Snake goes, "I'll take my chances." And he's about to
yeah.
exit, and then Gronin says, "Wait!" And then Snake does this crazy hair flip and goes, "What?" I'm like,
Really?
What?
he's like,
I don't remember that at all.
like a crazy little child attitude. I thought that was funny.
What?
It's like,
Don't talk to me anymore, Dad.
I'm getting out of here. Leave me alone.
anyway,
Leave me alone, Father.
Ziegler, you do a fucking impeccable Snake impression, I must say.
That's pretty good.
is this spot on?
Thanks.
Great.
Gross.
Ew, disgusting.
Oh, can I do like another aside that has nothing to do with any of this stuff?
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
It just
I
reminded
appreciate
me. You said disgusting. It reminded me. So I forgot, and I may not have just been paying attention, but there was such an amount of time between the last time I played and this time that all of the food that I had was rotten.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was just like going through it really quickly. I didn't see the discard, so I thought the only way to get out of your inventory was to eat it. So I ate a bunch of rotten food before I realized what I was doing, and I just kept on getting sick. It was really bad. This is rotten. This is rotten. This is rotten. It was really bad.
Disgusting. That's like having to clean out your fridge, like after you've left a bunch of nasty shit in the back, and you're like, I don't have a trash bag, so I guess I got to put it in my throat.
I
But-
have the trash
But
bag.
I don't know why. Like I clicked on it and I saw eat, but I did not see dispose. So I just ate like 5 pieces of rotten food before I finally like realized. Well, it was to the point where like after the section, like I ate everything that wasn't in a cage or wasn't a noodle or wasn't a calorie mate because I didn't know when I was going to play next, and I didn't want to have to deal with it.
Well, you can actually use that and throw it at guards, and they'll eat it and get sick.
Oh,
okay.
I suppose like maybe if you make them really hungry, they'll be extra receptive to that.
Oh no, they are. I actually wrote about it later on because that happened to me.
Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, so before we leave here, so there is a mushroom that grows in the courtyard earlier in Graniny Gorki, and paramedic will tell you that it is the spatza mushroom, and she tells you a little bit about what's going to happen, but I didn't remember. And so I was outside of Granin's room, and
You fell asleep.
my
Didn't you?
yeah, my stamina was really low, so I just like ate this mushroom. And Snake's like, "Oh man, great!" And like, or he says like, I don't know. He sounds
He's
very
like-
lethargic.
He's like, I'm feeling tired.
Yeah, he's like, oh, yeah, he's
I feel asleep.
yeah, he's like,
I feel asleep.
I'm tired. But as soon as I ate it, he just fucking fell asleep face down, and he just like,
Yeah.
and Granin from the other room was just like, someone's in here. And then I woke up, and like I woke up like a good amount of time later. Like I could not make Snake wake up. I was like, what is happening? Like, am I just stuck here for a really long time?
Wake up, sleepy boy.
Yeah, and Snake wakes up, and then Granin literally laughed the moment Snake woke up. Like, he just, like, started laughing his ass off. And I was like, well, that's how I feel right now. Do you guys have any stories between this and getting back to Graniny Gorki Forest south? Because that is where we need to
No.
go.
Well, all of the stories happen after Granin's cutscene, and we told them already.
Okay.
At least for me. So.
What about you guys?
Yeah, because like if you have an alert inside of the building, if you leave the building, the guys outside are just like dum. They're just doing their thing. So yeah,
I imagine that the building is just blaring alarms, and they're like,
they're
what?
just outside like whoa, whatever.
Now, I will say, if you take the vent to get out of the building, there's a vent in the courtyard that'll lead you to the outside of the building. And if you take that before you turn left to escape, there's the Oyama face paint, and it makes you look like a geisha.
Oh, wow, I did not
Yeah.
know that. Damn it.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
I
I think
missed something.
I don't. Isn't that one like persistent? Like if you get it, you just have it forever or something like that. Because I think there's like a few like camos and face paints that you grab and then you have them forever.
Oh, like they carry over into the next game.
Yeah, next save file or something like that. I
think-
think the
I
zombie
think
face
that's one
paint
of
does that.
Nice. But yeah, so I was actually on my way out. I was in the little sort of outer perimeter with the dogs and the fence. And this shit sucked, dude, because a dog spotted me after I perfectly stealthed my way back out of there. Because the whole time that the weird sleepy shit happened, like no one shot at me or anything. So, I mean, it wasn't like a no alerts, but I still got out of there like relatively unscathed. And so I was pretty excited. I was like, oh man, I'm going to make it all the way back to the forest without getting shot at. And dog spotted me, and it was rough. Because like 10 dudes came out of nowhere, and it's so hard to aim with the Vita as it is. So I did use my AK for a lot of it, but then I got fed up and literally just started fucking hawking grenades all over the place. And dudes look rough when they get blown up, because it's just like the blood texture, but all over their body. And I was like, dude, these guys look gnarly. Like, they look third-degree burned.
Ew.
And so I just, like, got out of there. And then, of course, as soon as I get out of there, it triggers a cutscene. And I was like, I don't know why I didn't just run straight for the cutscene, because I'm sure that would have just cleared the alert.
Hey, Alessio,
Yeah.
it was rough because there was a dog. It was a dog that spotted me.
It was Roof, actually. Roof? I'm kidding.
knowing your luck, you would have ran for the cutscene, and because you were in alert mode, it would have been like the fear would have yelled like,
The fear
"There's
wouldn't have
someone
even
in
showed
here,"
up.
and you wouldn't have been able to go.
The fear was like,
Someone in here.
that was pretty good.
I need some privacy. My arms.
They're dislocated. I
do
can't get
that.
them back in place. They shouldn't do that. Make them stop, Snake. Wait, I need you.
But
Come
yeah,
here.
so this
Come here,
is
Snaky boy.
the fear fight. Sam,
he's fucking gross.
Sam, tell us about this motherfucker.
So you go in, and then you're just like looking around, and this dude is like jumping through trees and shit. And then he like shows up and he shoots Snake with this poison dart. And Snake is like stumbling around, and the fear like lands on the ground, and you can see him because he can turn invisible because he's the fucking X-Men. And he explains to Snake that the dart causes excruciating pain. And he
It's
would
from
be,
a Brazilian something spider. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
Brazilian wandering spider.
It causes excruciating pain, and that the fear was going to make him feel the most intense fear he's ever seen. And dude's gross as fuck. He looks greasy as hell. He lands, and he has this long-ass toad-ass tongue. And then, like, after he explains all this stuff, he, like, dislocates his arms, or, like, breaks his arms, or something like that, and crawls backwards up a tree. It's the most disgusting
creepy.
fucking shit. Oh, God. Like, I made a note in all caps on my notes. It was like, I forgot about the backwards tree climbing that he does, and it made me uncomfortable. He does this thing, like, I think if you get his health down to a certain point during the battle, he does this thing where he'll land on the ground, and I saw most of this battle through my thermal goggles. Because there's a bunch of traps here still. But it's even worse in thermal because he lands on the ground. You can see his heat signature. It's like skitter across the ground like a spider. It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is the fear. We're fighting the fear. We're playing the feud.
It creeped me the
Fighting the feud.
Yeah, it creeped me the fuck out because also when he talks to you, his eyes twitch, like his pupils shake,
dude.
and it's just like, ugh. I forgot all about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, just some quick generalities about the boss fight. Essentially, he goes full fucking predator mode and just like dives around the trees invisible, which is why you want the Therm Gs on. And you can find some of the battery mushrooms throughout the forest. This is Trap Mania, like that we talked about before, but the traps are all active again, even if you triggered them before. So be careful. And likewise, too, like Sam mentioned, the fear will hit you with these fucking bolts from his crossbow. But the thing about it is not only do they hit really hard, like if you get hit, you lose like a third of your health, maybe even half of your health. They hit super hard, you take bleed damage, and you're also poisoned. And that shit, kicks in fast. Like
It does. So you have to go into the cure menu to remove it and cure yourself. But he has another one that's like a burn thing.
Oh, yeah.
So like he has one where he shoots you and he just lights you on fire.
Mm-hmm.
That's
What?
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you get caught in one of those rope traps that we talked about earlier, he will fucking shoot you like while you're hanging.
Oh, yes, he will.
So it can. I don't know how it was for you and for Isaac and Nick, but for me, my first go around, especially on the Vita where the sensitivity is like really intense for the aiming, I was trying to tranquilize him and was kind of chasing him around, tranking him, and trying to like be sneaky about it. And it sucked for me because constantly, whenever he came down on the ground and I would try and like melee him or something, I would inevitably like hit an animal, or I would shoot a fruit when I was trying to shoot him and he was flying around, and it would create the food. And so he would stop what he was doing, go get the food. He would do it so fast that I couldn't shoot him, and so he heals his stamina really quickly. So I'd get him down to like the last little bar of stamina, and he would replenish immediately. So my first go around, like I ran out of ammo on the Mark 22, and he fucked me up. Like I just died really fast. This is the first time I've died the whole playthrough. But before I tell you guys about my triumphant comeback, Isaac and Nick, how was it for you guys?
Isaac, go first.
My experience was. Let me start over with that.
Sorry, I know you were just coughing because you were trying to clear your throat, but for some reason, like my experience was just a funny combination.
No, my experience was actually really, really breezy with this guy. I thermal goggles, of course,
Seriously.
and I took out my shotgun because that's the way I do it, you know.
Can I just say,
Isaac's like, we call this one the street sweeper, bitch.
Isaac, I did it the exact same way you did.
Oh yeah, different outcome.
Yep, I used thermals and shot him in the fucking face with a shotgun while he was in trees.
All right, let's see if our outcomes match up.
Okay.
So what I did was
Continue.
my tactic was I was just constantly moving because you can kind of see where the arrows are going because the crazy sonar, or I don't know what you call that. The waves,
like
you can
an
see the
aura,
waves
like
of
an
the
aura.
arrow. Yeah, the aura. So you can kind of avoid them, and then if you move around constantly enough, you can obviously outrun them. And so he would fly around from tree limb to tree limb and then stay still for a little bit. And that's where I pulled out my shotgun and smashed his face open a couple times. And then it was over. I was like, what? Although I did get hit by a lot of his arrows. I'm not perfect, guys. But
Yeah, no, Isaac, our experience with that battle was identical, even down to I think I got hit by one of his arrows.
Nice.
You smashed his face in. That's
Yeah, me and Isaac smashing faces in with
yeah,
shots.
that's right.
It's like a Soldier of Fortune PC game.
Essentially, essentially he leaps around the battlefield and he says things. And when he says things like "I'm hungry" or he says something, it means he's gonna give you enough time.
I'm hungry.
Well, he says things.
Imagine him flying
hungry
through the
after
air.
a
He's
certain-
like, I'm hungry.
Yeah. Well, pretty much like he'll stop and just like express his hungriness because like if his stamina goes down or if he doesn't eat quick enough, like he'll get hungry.
Yeah.
And
Hungry.
but yeah,
He's a hungry boy.
he's a hungry boy. He's one of the little hungry boys you hear about.
Oh, it's so creepy.
Your
Though.
food. The fear. You need to eat more food. Do your parents not feed you?
His mother refers to him as the fear.
Come in here. Babushka will feed you. Babushka will feed you.
Jesus.
Anyway, but yeah, no, he'll say some type of phrase, and that's your cue to know that like he's stopping to either shoot you or just like pause.
I just
So-
imagined there's a snake in my boot. Like, as he's flying.
But yeah, but like when he pauses, you have a window to shoot him with something. If you shoot him with a shotgun, it takes a big chunk of his health, and then all you have to do after you shoot him once is just like keep running. So it's the thermal goggles plus patience and timing. Honestly, it's like a really simple battle if you use the shotgun.
It's a running gun.
And
Patience
the
equals
thermal
fun.
goggles.
Yep.
Because the thermal goggles break this fight. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
like, because it goes from like I was playing on extreme one time and I didn't grab the thermal goggles because it either didn't spawn them or like I missed them and I'm an idiot. But like I was trying to do it like on extreme without the thermal goggles, and that's where I fucking quit because he's ridiculously stupid without them. Because he's hidden and you can't see him, and so you're just walking around, and then when you're on extreme you get killed in like 2 hits. So it's like, all right, cool, whatever. And you don't have enough healing items to like get your stamina back, and it was such a mess.
Jeez. Yeah, I couldn't do this battle without the therm gogs. So
I'd be interested to at least try it once. But yeah, so I don't know. I got so crushed like on my first one that I was like, fuck, I gotta think of a way to do this. So I kind of like was thinking about it, and I was like, well, what can I do differently, blah, blah, blah. So essentially I thought to use some stuff that I never do, and so as soon as I started playing, I popped the fake death pill. And he will come down from the trees and walk up to your corpse and be like, well, oh, man. Like, kind of. He's like, really? And he's like, well, shit. And so he puts his, like, hands on his hips and turns around. And so I popped the revive pill and got up, like, right in front of him, or right behind him. And I went to throw a stun grenade down, and it just fucking, like, may as well have been the beehive that I threw off the bridge earlier in the game. Because it was just
Do
like...
shit.
Like I threw it and it went way too far and it went off, and he was like, are you serious? He's like, you just faked your death for that? And so I was like, well, shit. And so I immediately just swapped to the Mark 22 and put on the thermal goggles, and I was just like relentless. I was like, I don't care if this is a headshot or not, I'm just gonna pop him every single time, because when you shoot him, no matter where you shoot him, it actually stops his animation to attack you. So I just kept it going. I was like, every single time he reached for his crossbow, I was like, no, you don't. And I just kept shooting him. And so I took him down really fast the second time. And I ended up seeing the wicked cool cutscene that happens, which is he stares into your soul and spouts some nonsense, and then fucking explodes after making some orgasm sounds.
He like suspends himself in the trees with these wire lines, and then just like makes a weird dies.
Yeah,
dies much like the pain did.
well, he explodes and shoots arrows everywhere.
Everywhere.
It's pretty nuts.
He just finished all over that jungle.
Ugh.
Yeah, I had a similar experience with the boss fight as like I guess a combination of both of y'all's. Like I had the fucking piss easy time of Isaac and Sam, and I had the non-lethal just basically just keep the pressure on and he dies like as Alessio's. Yes, and it was shocking because like if you hit him in the head, it takes down like a huge chunk of his stamina bar, and it's like you only have to hit him like 4 or 5 times and he's out. He's a sleepy sheepy at that point.
Yep. And you can teabag him all day. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, so essentially that happens, and if you non-lethal kill him, you can actually walk like 5 steps forward, and his camo will be there, and it is the spider camo. And it gives you about 80% camo index kind of across the board, like anywhere. But the problem with it is that it drains your stamina like super fast. And so I tend to not ever use it because I don't think the extra camo is worth your stamina toppling that quickly. But I don't know, I thought it was just a cool thing to have. So
Yep.
But yeah, so as soon as we wrap up on that, we immediately go back through the warehouse that we came in from. For me, going back to what you're talking about the hungry guards, Nick, all of the guards in this zone were like completely like, oh, I'm so hungry. But there was one guard who I guess spawned really close to where the food storehouse was. And so he found like the instant noodles and shit that was in there. And so he like, I heard him and he was like, oh man, there's some treats in here. And he's just like rubbing hard on these instant noodles.
And you were like, no, those are mine now.
Yeah, I was like, what are you doing, dude? So I like put him to sleep immediately. I was like, are you stealing my food, you piece of shit? But then I turned around and looked over the railing and saw the other two, and they were like, oh, I'm so hungry. So I threw rotten food at them, and they ate that shit in a heartbeat, and then immediately were like, oh, and I like booked it for the door. So I don't know. It was pretty easy time for me. How was it with you guys?
Well, whoa.
Isaac, go ahead.
Not all at once, guys.
And then everybody at once. For me, what I did was
Well, I mean, I had a...
all right.
Beautiful.
Oh,
sorry.
my goodness.
Beautiful comedic timing.
Y'all are like, wow, now it's...
No, we're all silent.
All right, so
right,
I'll call on you guys. Isaac, go.
All right, so this is my tactic. I was gonna, I went into the area and immediately got spotted, and I don't know how. So I ran back out and came back in. New start. I sneak around. I flip over the railing.
New year.
It's a new year. That's right.
You were a flippy boy?
I flipped over the railing, dropped on top of the little boxes. I think there was like a silencer there, which was cool. I thought I was going to try to sneak through, but then I stood up, immediately got spotted again, and so I was like, whatever. So I just started running around, and because I didn't know where I was supposed to go. I knew I was supposed to go into a door, but I didn't know where. So I started just running around and until I found the door.
Well, very nice.
So it wasn't too bad, but it was annoying that I got spotted.
Yes.
What you got?
Yes, teacher.
Different story.
Well, I mean, I kind of got in a cool fist fight with all the guards because I mean they were all hungry, but like yeah, they spotted me, but like, I'm pretty sure I grabbed the radio guy and like he couldn't call in for. Whoa, fuck! My mic almost fell over. That would have been bad. Anyway, he almost fell, or he almost called in for backup, but no, like I knocked him out, and then the other two were like fighting me, and I got like one guy in a chokehold, and I was like pulling him away, and then I choked him out, and then I kind of like hid behind a box for the other guy, and he was like, "Where are you?" And then I knocked him out, and then after the whole room was sleeping, I just left.
And the room slept soundly. With their tummies grumbling.
The tummy grumbling.
Right.
They didn't even get their backup.
Oh, man. What if backup would have shown up and they're like, guys, we're hungry too? Why couldn't the radio man
The
just call for
backup
some
goes
fucking
down
pizza?
easy.
Like, I don't get it.
Base, Major, come in. We got a pizza emergency stacked.
I need an extra large pie ASAP. But yes, Samuel, did you have any different stories, or are we good to move?
Well, I didn't get caught, and I didn't punch dudes, which is surprising because that's my usual MO. But essentially, I sniped the dudes on the bottom from the top of the
God.
from the top of the world. Well, not like snipe. I guess I should say I tranquilizer sniped them with the Mark 22.
Just flamethrowered the whole fucking building.
Yeah, dude, I just burned it down. But like I knocked him out from the top, and then there was another guy up at the top that I just took care of the two, and then I just went in through the door, and it was real simple.
Well, cool.
I didn't get caught once.
So we get into
Once.
That word. Yep.
Svyatogoriyaj South. Yep,
Svatgorny.
sure. Oh yeah, there's
Yeah,
an
that's
N.
probably
I thought it was
what
an
it is.
A. I apologize.
Svatogorny, or something like that.
Yeah.
Svyatogornij.
But we finally talked to
Yeah, it's
Susie, make a sandwich for me.
I am hungry and my food storage has been blown up.
Arnold, can you make me a sandwich?
They're Italian now.
I don't know what the fuck is happening.
Fucking guy, hey Arnold, man.
I love that guy. Hey Arnold,
Can you
dude.
make me a sandwich?
Susie left me. All right, sorry. So Ava finally gets in contact with us since the last time we saw her. I really like the little detail of her kind of like whispering while she's talking to us.
Yeah,
I thought that was
except
cool.
Snake isn't.
Yeah, because Snake never fucking whispers. He's like, "Okay, I gotcha," and it's like he's surrounded by people the whole fucking time.
Metal Gear.
Yes. So she's in Groznygrad already. She's with Sokolov because she's Sokolov's woman, quote unquote. And she wants us to meet with her at the ruins at the top of the mountain. But she says that the end is between us and her. And so Snake makes a really shitty pun about the end, where he's like, "Well, I hope it's not the end for me." And it's like
I said that. So this.
Cue here the like just the boom-ch.
like literally
I feel-
no one laughs though. Like no.
No, so I said this is a true story. He said that and I forgot about that line. He said that, and I said out loud, "Dude, go fuck yourself." Like I said, he said it's the end for me. I was like, "Oh, go fuck yourself, Snake." Just
What about when the boss does the same thing earlier? She's like, "Oh, it'll be the end for the boy," and then a really similar, a really similar cough. So
Yeah.
But it's
No, it
but
was
it's the
just like-
boss. Like, come on, she could say anything.
yeah. It's
I
fine.
I don't think she's exempt. I think that pun was just as lame coming from her face as it was from Snake's.
That's true.
Although Snake's was pretty worse though.
It's the way you, sometimes puns are good. Sometimes it's just the way you deliver them. And Snake did not deliver that line.
The way he
I'm
delivered
sorry,
it was
David
like
Hayter, but
it was just like, yeah, did you get it? Like no one got it.
Well, she hangs up
Cue
right
snare
after he
drum.
said that. So
She's
like,
like,
"Oh,
fuck this guy.
okay
Oh
then.
God.
What if she gets to the room, or he gets to the ruins, and she's just not even there at that point? There's like a note that just says, "You couldn't have come up with a better joke, you asshole."
You asshole. Fuck you. Just go to fuck to hell. She's like unreasonably pissed with him for like no reason. Just like
Puns are always a reason to be pissed at somebody.
yeah, dude.
Unless they're Dragon Quest puns, in which case I'm
Oh,
totally okay
no.
with them.
Or like Nino Cooney puns.
It's the
Fuck.
same folks.
Yeah, same people. Yes. Fuck those games and their fucking puns.
Those are the best. I love Cruel Cumber.
Yeah.
I posted on Twitter. This is going to Nino Cooney for a second. I posted on Twitter. The fucking quartermaster is the quartermaster because he's a crow. And I posted on Twitter. I said,
isn't he the
"God damn it,
Crotermaster."
The quartermaster."
Like,
I was like, the fucking weapon salesman is the quartermaster. Just murder me. And then my friend Zach tweets at me. He goes, "Did you say murder intentionally?" And then I was like, "Nope, I'm off to kill myself now. Bye."
I'm off to murder myself.
But yeah, so we end up in I'm just gonna say Zwei. We're in Zwei West.
Zwei West.
And so this is my favorite part of the entire game. Eva literally just got done talking us through how how the only thing between the ruins and where we were was the end, and she specifically says that all of the guards are leaving us to fight amongst ourselves, and that it's going to be a 1v1 thing. And what happens? Well, I take her at her word, and I go running through the forest, and as soon as I get, midway into the zone, I get surrounded and shot the fuck up like a wild dog. And I was just like, thanks, Eva. I really appreciate it. And had to start over.
Yeah, and there's 5 or 6 rooms. This is a lot of sneaking section, considering Eva's playing up that only the end is next. There's a fuckload of rooms you got to get through to get to the end.
Yeah, it's weird.
Seriously.
Yeah. So I don't know. So round 2, I just fucking tranked and spanked the whole forest, and it was okay.
Oh,
In that order?
stop it!
I had a really weird experience actually. So I tranked a lot of the dudes, and one guy saw me and was going to say something. He was like, "Hey." And then he said a line that I've never heard before, and he said, "Just my luck, the radio man must have got it." And I was like, what is he talking about? I was like, does he mean that the guy who's supposed to call in is gone? Or does he mean the guy on the other end of the radio isn't there anymore? I was like, how did I kill the guy at the HQ? So
you got a broken heart because you spanked him. You drank and spanked him.
He didn't like his spanking.
He got hungry too and just left.
Yeah, dude.
But so I don't know. So that was my experience with that area.
I'm sure that line of dialogue is when you knock out the radio man.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. So before we get into this little east section, this little optional area, did you guys have anything to say about the west section?
Nope. Drink and spank.
Nope.
All the way.
TNS.
Pretty easy. All you got to do is crawl and then stick to the right pretty much the whole time, and you win.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't even have to trank anybody or spank anybody.
Yeah, seriously.
But
No, spanking is mandatory.
Oh, sorry.
I did. Well, I personally did do a little bit of spanking, but that was because I was just being a little mischievous. I was like a goblin. I was
This guy spank him. You gotta spank him because they're being little naughty boys.
I spanked and
How
spanked.
dare you be Russian guards? Stop it.
Stop it.
Those uniforms, fabulous.
Fabulous. Are we creating the fiction now that all the guards are just flamboyant homosexuals?
No, actually,
I mean,
Snake is.
Snake's a flamboyant homosexual. Got it.
So then we go to Zwei East, which I call just the zone with the house. And it was funny. The first time I came into this area, I was like, is that Jacob's cabin from Lost? Because it's just in the middle of the woods. It's just random cabin in woods. But I really like this area a lot because there's a lot of shit you can do.
Mm-hmm. And get.
There's a food cache in there, isn't there?
Yeah, so there's a food cache in the back, but you can also get the M38 or whatever, the big ass artillery gun. Is here, which is the machine gun that when you hold down square, Snake just goes. I love it. It's very Rambo. But yeah, there's 5 or 6 guards, and there's just that gun and some random ammo and food. So there's really not a lot. This is a completely optional zone because you actually have to backtrack back through. So not everybody will come here. I think the first time I beat the game, I never actually found this area.
Yeah, I skipped past it on accident because I remembered it was there, but I forgot which way it was, and I just wound up going into the battle zone.
Yeah.
Gonna be truthful, like, this last playthrough that I did for the show was the first time I've ever found that area, and, like, I had the most, like, childlike wonder and glee that I have ever felt in my life. Like, this game that I should know, I should know this front and back, like, I should know this game, and, like, I'm finding a new fucking area, and it's got food storage for me to blow the hell up. I was ecstatic, and I didn't even shoot all the guards out. I just ran up and I was fucking punching. I was punching their lights out. I was clocking their socks off the whole time because I was just like, oh my god, I'm in a wonderland.
You just
As
clock
I,
and rock.
CQC through a guy into a fucking wall or something.
I love it. There's actually like a bunch of cracked walls and like fucked up floors, so you can actually like crawl and shoot up through walls and stuff, which I thought was neat. And I also didn't realize that the trank would pierce through glass. So one of the dudes on the inside was like, "Huh, what was that?" And I just tranked him straight through the window, and it like made this really like satisfying, just like glass crack. And then the dude just like dropped on the other side, and I was like, "Oh yeah."
Neat.
So yeah, it's a cool little zone. I like it. So, but you make like the Pet Shop Boys and go west. And then you just crawl up a little bit, and we end up in Sokrovno South, which
Is the beginning of the end.
Were you waiting to use that line? Because that was pretty okay.
that was my bad. pun.
That was just okay.
It just gets dead silent, and everyone drops off the Skype call.
Yeah,
It was just okay. Try again.
Yeah.
So I want to say, so in contrast to the fear being like super gross, despite the eyes, the end is very fucking cool.
Yeah,
Oh, absolutely.
I agree.
He's like a very regal battle.
And Sam, this is your first time, isn't it?
Yeah, so I was gonna say, so every man must make a choice. I missed my usual opportunity to shoot him because I felt like I was going to take on this battle, but I had an out because if you set the clock of your system ahead, by like 2 weeks, the end will just die and you don't have to fight him. So I had a choice. I could have done that. I did not. I fucking fought the end. And by the end of the battle, not only did I have his Mosin Nagant, but I had his fucking Moss camo too.
Congrats,
I felt like
man.
a champion.
Congrats. Which means
It's a
those
super
of
exciting,
you-
engaging fight.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, is to get the Mazinagant, you have to just non-lethal take him down, which is his sniper rifle, so it's a tranquilizer sniper rifle. But to get his Moss camo, you actually have to physically hold him up like you do with the soldiers in Metal Gear Solid 2, by coming up behind him and holding him up with your gun. And you can't just hold him up. You have to essentially hold him up, wait until he gets on the ground with his hands over his head, and then you have to like alternate between aiming at his body and his head. And at first he'll be like, no. But then the second or third time that you do it, he'll be like, okay, you earned it, or like whatever, paraphrasing. And he will like shake his body, and then the little package with the uniform will like spit out. Which I did not know.
I didn't either.
So, yeah, I went into this fight. Before I went into it, I told myself, like, I'm going to hold him up. Like, I can't remember if I did previously or not, but I was like, I'm going to hold him up for the playthrough. I want to get his camo. And so I tried to sneak up on him twice. And both times, even though I was crawling, he, like, spotted me. It was weird.
Yeah, so when you're crawling, you have to use the D-pad, otherwise they'll hear you.
Okay.
Because D-pad is like sneak crawling, like
Well,
sneak walking.
So there was no sneak crawling on the Vita, but there is like a lightly hold the analog nub, and you'll like crawl slower.
So I remember you said that pressing the L button on the Vita will have you sneak.
It didn't work.
Does that not work for crawling?
No, I tried it and
'Cause-
it didn't change.
Huh.
And so I had to
'Cause
just
the
like
thing with-
lightly hold it.
Huh. If you go up behind him, you don't have to crawl. You can just walk as long as you're using.
No,
the
I
sneak.
know. That's what I eventually did. So, but it was weird. So the
Okay.
2 times that I tried to sneak up on him, I did that, and he spotted me. The second time was really weird because it was raining and he was asleep. And so, like, when it rains, I guess he falls asleep because there's no sun. Because for those of you at home, the end photosynthesizes and is kind of a plant man, which is how he
Fucking
can
X-Men.
live that long. And he actually calls upon the solar energy of the forest to push him through one last battle. But yeah, so right after that I said fuck it, and what I would do was I would come up behind him and sneak and hold him up that way. And I held him up once without getting the camo, and then actually managed to hold him up again to get him to spit out the camo. And then I actually held him up until I beat him for the rest of the game. So I think I held him up a total of 6 times,
Jeez.
which was pretty funny.
Well, actually, I had about the same experience with holding him up, because once you get a rhythm down, it's really easy to like just hold him up and end it quick. Because the way that I did it, so let me backtrack, because dude has a parrot, right?
Yeah, I love the parrot.
And the parrot, well, okay, I felt real bad, but so the battle starts and he has his parrot and he's talking about how the forest the forest will talk to him, and like you're hearing all this stuff about how he can get the forest to communicate with him. And the first thing I see, I don't even move my camera, I don't move Snake. The first thing I see is the fucking parrot sitting on a stump. So I'm like, God damn it, this thing is gonna like go back to him and tell him where I'm at. So I kill the parrot. And the end did not like that at all.
No, really?
Well, yeah, no. He essentially says that he goes, "No, you killed my bird. You've gone too far this time." That's what he says.
When the fuck was the previous time?
Exactly. I haven't done anything yet, but this
The
time
times that you didn't kill his bird, you monster.
Yeah.
No.
But I went too far this time killing the bird, and I felt real bad. And I'll talk about that. I'll talk about the changes in the final cutscene when we get to it, his like death scene. But yeah, but eventually, so what I wound up doing was I was running around. I wasn't sure what to do, and like the paranoid person that I am, I was like aiming at everything that was vaguely human shaped on the ground. And then he shot me, and it was, I had this thing that happened where he shot me and I ran around to him without sneaking, and he gets up and he runs away. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I turned the thermal goggles on, and you can see his footprints. And this is the first time I've noticed that like you can see footprints in the thermal. So I'm like, shit. So I find him again, I make him run again, and then I track his footprints, and he's just chilling, looking away from me. So I sneak up on him, and I shoot him.
He only has you can only track the footprints whenever he runs through mud. Because even if you don't have the thermals on, you can actually see muddy footprints, but only if he runs through mud.
Yeah. So I was tracking his footprints throughout the whole thing, and then I didn't hold him up the first time, but I shot him, and he will throw a fucking stun grenade at you, and I didn't realize that. So it'll flash, and then he'll get away. So I tried it again. I made him run. I followed him. I held him up this time, and I didn't get the camo that time because I didn't know that you had to do the aiming thing. And then he throws I shoot him, and then he throws the grenade, but I turn myself away from the grenade. So the flash doesn't happen. So you see him immediately run away, and you can follow him. And if he goes into the second zone, he's just going to be right in front of you on the next available like cliff. And then I just rinse, wash, repeat until he died.
That's awesome. Yeah, for just to real quick get in my last 2 comments so I can let Isaac and Nick chat about their experience. I will say that for me, when I started the fight, I was trying to figure out where he was to get his position, and I just kind of like stepped out, and immediately I heard like, there you are, or whatever he says, and he started shooting, and so I was like, shit, and so you see like a little shed right in front of you, so I booked it into the little ammo shed, and I was like, okay, I'm going to run out, and then just like dive for the nearest tree, and just see if I can get away. And as soon as I dive out, the little shed is like up on a lift, so when you hit the edge, Snake will like jump into the air. So as soon as I hit the edge and he jumped, I got shot in midair, and it just like ripped Snake like out of the air. He flipped and landed on his back, and I laughed my ass off. Just like you could see it, like I just saw the bullet come in from screen left, and it just like clipped me, and it was like whoosh, and I was like, okay. This is how we're gonna play, and so by the end of it, like Sam was saying, we both just got into this rhythm of just holding him up over and over. I actually originally took me a while to find him, and if you want to, while you're sneaking around, his stamina just like slowly disintegrates as you play. And there is one time where I snuck up on him, and he was actually standing on the top of a cliff with the sun shining on him, and he raised his hands into the sky and said, "Give me strength," and I could tell he was about to get recharged. So I just shot him in the head, and he ran off, and I never saw him do it again. But right at the very end, he had like barely any stamina, and I literally ran out of Mark 22 bullets. So I said, fuck this. I'm not going to try and do it with the stun grenade. I definitely don't want to restart the fight. And so I walked up to him. I held him up with an empty gun. He put his hands over his head and laid down on the ground, and I said, fuck it. Walked up to his head and kicked him in the back of the head, and it immediately went to the cutscene, and I was like, yes! So I beat him by kicking him in the back of the head.
glorious.
It was wonderful.
Jeez,
it felt great.
man.
Like, so.
Wait,
But yeah,
so
Isaac and
I-
Nick-
was that a?
I really want to hear.
Hold on.
Oh,
was
it was
that
non-lethal.
a lethal or non-lethal kill?
non-lethal, because they whenever you melee, it affects the stamina.
Okay. Now I know.
I want to hear from both of you guys, because one, I obviously want to hear Isaac's experience with this battle, but I also want to hear Nick's experience on the 3DS. So I'm torn, Alessio. How do we decide who tells first?
Let's kick it to Isaac, since he's been on more episodes.
Okay.
Seniority.
Seniority rules. Do it.
Hey, I don't mind. It'll be all right.
All right, Isaac. How do you fare against?
Okay. I don't know if this is going to be a surprise for you guys.
But he aced it.
But yeah, it was amazing. I was like, this is all right. I was talking with Alessio a few days ago because I hadn't even started like this whole segment that we're on. I hadn't even started on it a couple days ago. So Alessio was like, yeah, you should probably dedicate like a few hours to just beating the end, or an hour or so. I was like, oh, geez, that's going to suck. And it actually, I played it like last night, and it was not too bad, actually. I got to him, and I got to the end, and I was like, all right, I'm going to save this for tomorrow. But I'll give it one go for Alessio, and and it actually was really awesome. Like the tracking of the end was awesome. I love that part of the gameplay. Right when it started, I could see a little shimmer from his sniper rifle up in the mountains. I was like, "Oh, little dirty man, trying to sneak it out."
Dirty ass bastard. That old dirty bastard.
Dirty old plant man.
So I took my sniper rifle
ODB.
out. I crouched down. I didn't think he saw me. And I took my sniper rifle out. Right when I was about to aim, he freaking snipes me. And he's like, ah! You didn't think it would be that easy? And shot me a couple more times. But that's when I was like, all right, this is going to suck. So whatever. I'll just endure it until I die.
Jesus.
In
Did
real
you start
life.
blacking out because of the trank?
A couple times. And I was like, oh, I should probably cure myself.
I love that effect. Like the screen
Yeah.
just gets darker in vignettes, and Snake just gets kind of exhausted until you remove the trank.
I forgot to do that one time, and I was sneaking up on him, and I was about to hold him up, but like I saw the foxing of the edges. I was like, shit. So I went into the menu to cure real quick.
It's pretty cool. How big
so
are
yeah,
those areas?
So big. So big.
So big.
Oh man. So anyway, so yeah, I thought the tracking was really cool in this boss fight, but the areas were huge. Like you had to go through 3 different areas to find him, and I actually went and snuck up behind him. I didn't know you had to hold him up to get the camo. I just thought if you use non-lethal, you would get it, which, But I snuck up behind him and popped him a couple times before he threw the stun grenade down on me. And then it was a matter of just tracking hunting this old man down. I will say, all right, so when he summons the sun or whatever to give him strength.
Yeah, when he does the spirit bomb.
Yeah. And the light from the heavens come down. It happens like when he's about to die, like when his stamina is about to go to 0 or whatever.
Oh.
Because I got him all the way down to till I don't know, the last little bit, and then he ran away, and I couldn't find him. I don't know where he went, and so I was running around trying to find him, and then that's when he summoned the guy, and his stamina went all the way back up.
He summoned the guy, you mean the sun?
The sun, duh.
The sun, dude.
You
Also,
mean God? The guy?
It heals his health back up to like quite a bit. Like, I remember like the first or second time I played this game, like back on the PS2, the original Snake Eater version. I remember like I was trying to take him down like legit, and he was just like, "Come to me, son," and it like he was at like maybe a quarter of his health left, and then he just went back up. He now had 3/4 of his health left, and I was really disappointed, upset that day. It was a very bad time.
Oh my god!
I wanted to kill somebody, but
Yeah, dude, I wanted the old man to die.
yeah.
I was really bummed out
tell
that his
me-
wheelchair doesn't appear in this fight.
Oh man, yeah.
So, but I really thought it was.
Oh no, Isaac's not done. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I thought it was really cool. They broke it up into 3 like completely separate areas: the south, north, and west. I think.
Yes, it's south, north, and west.
No east. No love for east, but
No.
No East Virginia.
yeah.
No. I will say, real quick, just to let people know what the camo does. So the moss camo that you get from holding him up gives you 100% index rating whenever you're in leaves or grass. And it can actually pop a little achievement, which I found out when you wear it, because you get an achievement for hitting 100% index. And likewise, too, if you're in the sun, it will up your stamina.
Like regenerate your stamina.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, what? Dang.
Nice.
It's pretty sweet.
Snake is like Snake getting all these camels is kind of like
Mega Man?
an X-Men that can like it's like an X-Men that can like absorb powers.
Like
Other
Rogue?
powers.
yeah, like Rogue. So Snake is an X-Man too.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
like Peter Petrelli.
For me, it was kind of like Mega Man after he beats bosses and like steals their
Yeah,
sub
their
weapon.
power up. Yeah.
But, cool. Well, Sam, what were you gonna say before Isaac went?
No, I was gonna. I thought he was done, so I was gonna ask Nick for his experience on
gotcha.
3DS.
Real quick, I will notice in the opening cutscene with the end. Did you guys notice that when the end calls out Snake, it's lowercase?
It's lowercase. Yeah,
What the fuck's up with that?
he's throwing so much shade at him.
He's
How
like
do you
me
convey that
earlier in
with
this
spoken
podcast.
word?
You don't. You don't. It's
Yeah.
just like it's for us.
Yeah, lowercase Sam, right?
Whoa.
Yeah, lowercase Alessia Summerfield.
Whoa, dude. Hey, it's pronounced Elizabeth. Alright.
Lowercase Elizabeth.
Lowercase Elizabeth. Alessio Elizabeth, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah. How was your experience, Nicholas?
Lowercase Nicholas Ziegler.
Lowercase.
Really quick, Alessio, in the future, whenever you and Kristen decide to have kids, if you have a girl and you don't name her Elizabeth, I'm going to be so fucking mad at you.
Yeah, but then I'll have really awkward, like, Bioshock Infinite moments.
Lowercase Elizabeth.
That's fine. Name her lowercase Elizabeth.
Like
LCE.
legally change her first letter to be the first letter in her name to be lowercase.
That'd be hilarious. It's
So all the
awesome.
teachers think it's a typo on their class.
They take off
lists.
5 points. They take off 5 points on her test when she spells her name incorrectly.
with a capital. God damn it!
Yeah.
Didn't match. Anyway,
Anywho,
Hit it.
like Z.
Z, lowercase Z. I don't like this boss fight, which is heresy. I find it dull on the 3DS because the resolution is so small and so crap. You're like sneaking and crawling around, and you think, oh man, that cluster of 4 pixels over there, it could be the end, or maybe it could just be a rogue log. So you pop into first person to maybe try to get a better view of it, and if it is the end, he's already shot your dick open, and otherwise, you're just...
Oi! That sounds terrible.
Yeah, dude.
Imagine it like bisecting your dick. Just like
Oh,
straight
fuck
in.
you, dude. That's even worse.
It's a new feature for the 3DS version. You
A
guys to
small
go to the
knife
cure
comes
menu.
out of the console and just slices your dick open.
No, what I was saying it's a new status effect for Snake. God damn. It's you gotta go into the cure menu and just like a little thing on your crotch, and you have to use the sewing kit. Anyway,
Stitch your dick.
stitch your dick. But yeah, like it's so bad. Like you can't like pick him out of the environment on the 3DS version because the resolution is so small. And also, I don't know, like, I understand that this boss is a genius deconstruction of the boss fight as a concept in video games, but, like, oh my god, there's, like, it's so hard. My problem is that I'm bad at it, because I'm not patient at all when it comes to this fight. Like, I'll try to, like, sneak around for a little bit with, like, the sniper rifle equipped, try and see if I can get a few pot shots at him. It just ends up me running laps around the 3 areas, not finding him at all because he's probably moving to areas that I am not the whole time. Like I'm convinced he can teleport, and like it usually just the boss fight. Pretty much any time I fight him, because I always fight him legit. I never have the patience to wait the week or set my clock forward a week, which is kind of weirdly backwards. Anyway, I always just end up running him down with the AK and then shooting him to death. And that's what I did this time, because I
Fucking A.
didn't have the
America.
Didn't have the using a Russian rifle. Yeah, America.
Yeah, dude. America.
But yeah,
I was gonna say, were you guys ever in a zone and then had him like show up?
No.
Because I was posted in a zone near the entrance, and he just fucking like trucked on in there one time. He was just like I was about to walk out, like we were really close, and I thought he was gonna see me, and he didn't. And he just comes like running on through, and he's like, and just like booking.
Yeah,
it.
no, I popped him in the ass one time when he was catching his breath because I was like right hot on his heels after I held him up. It was fucking hilarious.
That's wonderful,
Dude, he's quick though. He's
fast
one
man.
speedy
He's
devil.
a spry old man.
all those girlies
Spry
say
young
he's
old
pretty
man.
spry for an old guy.
Nice.
I did want to throw this out there. I was doing some reading up on the fight after I beat him. Apparently, if you go into the map and you enter in the Konami code, it shows you where he is.
But only if he's in the same area as you, I believe.
Yeah, if he's in the same area as you. So if he doesn't show up on the map, he's in a different area. But like the Konami code will put a little red dot on the map where he's at, so you can find him. And I was like, God damn it! I wish I would have known that before.
Nice. Also, the map already circles the sniper spots
Yeah,
for
it
you,
does.
so you can kind of cycle through just checking them periodically.
Yeah.
But
Anyway, Nick, continue.
I think that.
Or was that the end?
I
of
mean, yeah, the end of it. But
the
like,
end of the
but yeah, like I don't know. I mean, my story about it isn't very funny, just because. Yeah, I don't know. Like, just I just don't ever have enough patience to do this boss fight legitimately. Like, I just cannot. I can't snipe him because I used to do it where I'd run out in the open, essentially slapping my ass cheeks, being like, "Hey, come get it, big boy," and eventually he'd take the bait to then I'd take cover and then fire back at him. But even then, it just got to a point where a lot of the time that didn't even work. Like, he'd always just be in a different area or something, like not at a post where you could see me. So like even with my little fucking strategy of doing the bait and like baiting him out, like it hardly works. I usually just end up running into him first, which then I can just fucking run him down with an AK.
Well, all right.
Yeah. That's my not funny and not entertaining analysis of the whole fight.
It's a little funny. It's a little funny.
It's a little funny.
well, Sam, can you tell us what happens at the end of the end?
So I tell you what, he does like his little monologue, and it's actually a really cool death scene until his fucking dentures fly out of his head.
Yeah, I agree with that because like the leaves on his body change, which is cool because he's like essentially accepted death at the hands of Snake, and he says that he lived life with no regrets, and then his leaves change, which was cool, and then his fucking dentures fly out of his mouth, and I was like, "Are you serious right now?"
Oh, okay. This is also where I want to throw in the parrot thing. So I imagine that that the parrot flies down and like talks and like lands on him when he dies, right?
Yes.
If you shoot the parrot still comes down. It's just a ghost parrot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've killed the parrot before. I didn't do it this time, but yeah, I have once before killed the parrot. I felt so bad.
Sorrow parrot.
Fucking sorrow parrot comes and lands on him, and the scene is identical with the parrot. The exact same thing happens, I imagine. But like the fucking it's just a ghost parrot. And I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, this is great.
That'd be amazing if the ghost parrot just cried like a single blood tear as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then it started cutting his wrist because it was a goth.
Not a goth parrot. Got it. Can't forget the goth parrot, the gothic parrot.
Gothic parrot. New homework assignment.
Parrot. Invent a gothic parrot.
Draw a gothic parrot.
Guys, y'all really need to listen to Mad Book.
Seriously, I'm gonna give y'all. Well, actually, yeah, no, because it will be. We had an off week this week where we read another Catfish Man, so it'll be next week after this podcast where it's got the new homework assignment, and I'll fill you in while we do plugs.
Yes, for
Sweet.
sure.
But yeah, so that is essentially the end of one of the best boss fights in video games.
It is. It's a very good boss fight. It's very engaging. I wasn't. I'm glad that I finally accomplished that, and I'm glad that I accomplished that at an age where I can actually appreciate the boss fight for what it is.
I'm glad too. I was very excited to hear that you took it on in earnest. So it was good.
Yes.
And
I had to give the listeners a full experience.
look at that, guys. Do you see that?
Yeah,
I did this for you guys.
He did it for you guys.
Who were we emailing with? That who was I emailing with? Because we were talking to somebody, and I threatened to just set the clock forward, and they sent a picture. He sent a picture of the end, with the caption "You wouldn't dare," but I can't for the life of me. I'm looking for the email right now.
That's
I can't for the life
hilarious.
of me remember.
Gotcha.
Remember
I'll
who-
vamp for a second while you look for the email. So
Cool.
So yeah. So
Wait.
essentially that. Oh, go ahead, Nick.
Well, I think there was something else about the end that I wanted to point out. Fuck, now I'm vamping, but I can remember.
Okay. Well, if you guys remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this has been a little bit of a longer episode, so we're probably going to cut it here. We're going to start off with a very intense boss battle.
Oh, it was
first.
It was Wes.
Oh, I got
Wes
it.
Wes
Pomeroy.
Pomeroy.
I got it
Good
too.
old Wes. All right, what's up, Nick?
If you set the clock forward an hour, like everybody shames you for it. Like Snake gets all like forlorn, and he's like, but he wanted to have one last fight. And I think even Eva comes on and is like, dude, he wanted to have one last fight. And then Zero's like, Snake, what the fuck? Just get going. You killed him. What are you doing? Stop being sad.
That's funny. Oh, is that if you set it a week, or is that?
Yeah, that's if you
Oh,
skip
okay.
the fight by setting it a week forward.
Oh, that's awesome.
Everyone gets all like, or like Snake gets all like, but he wanted to have one last fight with me. And then Zero the whole time is just like, dude, you won. Keep going.
Just get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, dude.
awesome.
You've got a time limit. What are you doing?
No one. Yeah, you're already a week behind schedule, dog, and we told you that you had 24 hours. So
Yeah, here's the thing that gets me about like the whole time thing, like the food rotting and stuff like that. Fucking, you have to, this is all taking place canonically within a 24-hour period, right?
yeah, it's like a day or a couple days at max.
So like this shit shouldn't be rotted when I come back to it.
That's
And I shouldn't be able to set the timer a week ahead, the clock a week ahead to kill the end.
Well, time in the Metal Gear universe moves very slowly. So
Yeah, it's like a big bowl of wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey
stuff.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Go fuck yourself, Alessio.
Yeah.
Doctor Who is truth.
Okay. So on that note, it's late as fuck, and this episode has gone on for way too long. So
I'm
we're
sleepy.
we're gonna curtail it here. We will begin next episode with a phenomenal boss fight. But that is not to say that we're not gonna have a side op. And so the side op, like we said at the top of the episode, the side op, as of you listening to this, you have until Saturday of this week, which gives you 5 days. 5 days. So write in about anything covering from Graniny Gorki Lab to the end of the end. And yes, so that has been our show. Before we go on to plugs, I just really quickly want to plug the network. So as Nick mentioned, we have other podcasts besides Metal Gear Mondays. So if you guys are interested in all of our other shows, we have a show for every day of the week. We have the Mad Bad Book Club. We have May We Have a Word, which is currently sort of between seasons. We have Metal Gear Mondays. We have the Geek Time podcast, which alternates with That's the Question. And then we have The Week in Geek, which is Geek News and Toast.
Don't you forget Toast.
Yeah. Well, I'm staring at the Slack channels, and so I was going through it in order of Slack channel. So anyway.
Also, so for those of you who didn't see the post on the Facebook page, if you don't follow that, this past Friday, Geek Time podcast, Isaac was actually on the show. Mm-hmm. So it was Metal Gear Mondays crew plus Aaron DiPasquale, who runs the Week in Geek podcast. It was a good episode. Got a little heated.
I was
Talking about
scared.
servers.
Sorry, man. I show up to work
scared.
when I show up. All right.
So you can find all that stuff at the website. We upload everything on geekti.me and also soundcloud.com/geektimepod if you want to check any of that stuff out.
For sure. And you can also support the network by going to patreon.com/geektimepod. Kick us a couple bucks. You get access to the Slack channel for as little as $1 a month, as well as exclusive Patreon blogs. And on the 1st and the 15th of every month, we also submit host notes for you guys to check out for each of the shows. And there's some other things at different tiers. So
if you're a Patreon backer, by the time you're hearing this, you will have seen my ridiculous notes for the first part of Metal Gear Solid 3. Because I'm posting them for the first.
Mm-hmm. And likewise, too, we have a merch shop with shirts that is available if you go to geekti.me and then click the sort of button in the top right corner.
Yeah, there's that there. You can also go to geektime.spreadshirt.com.
For sure. And also there's a donate button on the website, again, geekti.me, where if you would like, through our Amazon affiliate link, using Amazon like you normally do, it kicks us a little bit of money off of each of your purchases. No extra money on your end whatsoever. So there are plenty of ways to support, and we would really appreciate it. Or even an iTunes rating or review, which we have not talked about in a while.
And still do that.
Yes.
We haven't forgotten iTunes. We still want you to review us on iTunes and leave reviews. We've got a couple that we're going to talk. We got a couple reviews that we're behind on that we're going to talk about on the side up episode next week. But iTunes reviews are still super helpful, so keep on doing them.
Absolutely, and definitely tell a friend as well. And Facebook page is just Metal Gear Mondays. Also, Geek Time Pod for the network. And so this has been great.
Twitter at Geek Time Pod.
Twitter at Geek Time Pod, and I believe that is everything. So
yes, it is.
Nick, it has been
for now.
It has been kick ass covering this part of the game with you. You've
Hell
been
yeah!
an awesome guest. This has just been a season of phenomenal guests.
Right?
So I'm excited.
Yes,
I agree.
Yep.
TJ, Zach, Cole Ross, Nicky Ziggy,
Matt and also I'm gonna hijack for a sec. So this episode's coming out after Mad Bad Book Club, which will be Catfish Man. But then the next week, we're most likely going back to My Immortal. And the homework assignment that week is to create the backstory of a gothic clam. And I'm like, I'm not even lying about that one. So if you have shit, like, send it in. If you are on the Slack channel, send it in on the Slack channel. If you send it to madbadbookclub@gmail.com or on Twitter at madbadbookclub or even the Geek Time. I'm pretty sure if Sam gets any of those,
if I get any prompts,
form,
I will immediately laugh at
me.
them and then forward them to forward them to Nikki Ziggy. So
And I'll read them
you
out.
can send them to me as well.
I will certainly read them out on the show.
Admin@geekci.me.
And we will read them out on the show for you for certain. So that's my call. That's my all call for the end. What we've wrapped the show
All
with.
right.
I love it. But yeah, so as always, Nick Ziegler has been a fantastic guest, and he's a co-host of the Mad Bad Book Club. Nick, where can they find you online besides the Mad Bad Book Club stuff?
That's pretty much it. I don't have a Twitter, or I do, but I don't use it. So
Word. Well, speaking
actually,
of not using
no, I do. Sorry,
Join the
I'm
club.
sorry. Well, first of all, I do have a YouTube channel. It's called Zex Crew, ZECKSCREW. It's me and Taco, and we do Let's Plays, and that's about it. That's my plug. Sorry, I
Nice.
feel like I'm hijacking too much. Anyway,
No, dude, you're totally fine.
Good.
Isaac.
So I'm gonna pimp for Isaac because we need to do a follower update on twitter.com/doesn't-have-a-twit.
That's
so
me.
We
That's
set
me, right?
that is
yeah,
you.
totally. Following
we
it.
set a limit for you. So if you hit 30 followers, you had to tweet.
Mm-hmm.
So Wes Pomeroy was the last follower. So you now have followers from the Geek Time Network's own James Vaney, from Parts Express, which is his
Parts
company.
Express. Oh.
Yep. You have a follow from Mitch, who is apparently from Chicago. You have a follow from Tabby Husar. A nice little fairy is her little gothic Tinkerbell. Mike Nilsson, listener.
Oh, shit, that is Liquid Metal Mike.
That is Liquid Metal Mike.
Hey.
What's up, my dude?
What up, though? Guy named Iroquois Pliskin.
You mean
Actually-
the Iroquois person?
The one and only.
Pliskin. Mm-hmm. So that would be 29. Isaac, you have 31 followers right now. Your 31st
believe you.
follower is.
I'm gonna look it up.
I'm gonna skip 30 really quick because this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. So 31 is from Turtle Soup Podcast. They're a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles podcast.
Oh, that's wonderful.
What?
And they follow the journey of Metal. The description on their Twitter, like I haven't listened, and I'm going to right now. Not right now. I'm going to because
Literally right now.
but it's their Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles podcast, dedicated to the journey of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the beginning of Mirage Volume 1. So I'm going to listen to that because that sounds rad. Your 30th follower, Isaac, was from Matt Campbell.
Himself?
Matt Campbell _MGS. Their profile picture is Liquid Metal Mike's drawing of Gerlukovich betraying Matt Campbell. So this is clearly a listener of our show.
Why would he make
I
that his
wanna-
profile? Why would Matt celebrate his death?
I don't know.
That's like, remember that time I got
so-
shot in the heart?
So
You're to blame.
Matt Campbell is following Alessio, Isaac, and myself, and all of our Geek Time Twitter stuff, which is awesome. So thank you, whoever you are. Matt Campbell has one tweet. The tweet is @doesn't have a twit. I'll be waiting for your first tweet. # your move.
Oh, no.
So Isaac, you need to fucking log in and tweet.
Literally
So-
right now.
Great.
Which one of you
love
did it?
This.
It wasn't
is
either of
history.
us.
Are you sure?
I did not do this.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with this
Somebody
Twitter
took
handle.
this upon themselves. It was somebody who likes the Facebook page at the very least, because that was the only place we posted Mike's stuff. So it's either Mike or it's somebody who likes the Facebook page.
Yeah, I would prefer to not ruin the magic and think that it's just Mike, and I would like for it to
Yeah.
be somebody else.
Yeah,
I think
So-
it's literally Matt Campbell.
yeah.
the
It is
Matt
Matt
Campbell.
Campbell.
So,
That, Mike, that wasn't a drawing that Mike did. It was a picture.
It's a photograph.
in memoriam.
Well,
Look
cool.
at this photograph. Every time I see it, makes me
Jesus
laugh.
Christ.
Fuck
Just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
So we gotta start wrapping up now.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can follow
Sam,
me on Twitter @SamWrightDPS, or you can email admin@geekti.me or samw@geekti.me for the stuff.
Sweet.
Yep.
I am at AC Summerfield on Twitter, and you can email me at Alessio, which is ALESSIO, at geekti.me, but I have lost my password for that email address, so it will forward to another one of my email addresses, which I will probably respond to you from. So, FYI. And that's been our fucking show. Nick, just play us out, buddy. What can the folks at home not forget to do?
And I tell you what, I'm going to encourage you to just do it. I normally goof off.
Yeah, dude, it's just fucking. This is a long episode, and I'm tired. You have the power to end this.
But for real, you be you.
I'm sorry,
You
what?
do you.
I was looking out my window. I thought I saw something out there. Turns out it was just a box.
Just a box.